Have yourself a Garrett and Steve Christmas. Just call Geno Gay.
What's up, everyone? Daddy's away. Steve is out today, so we're going to have some special guests coming in to talk about nothing like we usually do. And the perfect person we have to talk about nothing is right here. What's up, Gene?
Yo, dude, what's up? Making
What's
the
happening?
big time on Garrett and Steve without Steve. Where is Lieutenant Steve?
He had some personal thing he had to deal with today, but he should be back tomorrow. I was
Oh,
going to
that's-
say, I was going to joke that he died because he joked that you died.
I know. He wished death upon me. He didn't joke that I did. You were going to joke that he died because he wanted me to die. And at first we thought he was going to. Anyway, go on. So, yeah, you didn't joke about it.
So welcome to the Garrett and Not Steve show. A lot of
I'm not Steve. See how I did that?
a lot of big things happened today. I feel like we should jump right into it. Or did you want to add your guest?
I think he's throwing up again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they found the United Healthcare killer. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. His name is. They're gonna go nuts with the Luigi, and his last name is. It was in hot water superfan Chuck Mangione, wasn't it?
Now, what was your opinion on these murder?
Dude, I had no problem with the murder. I'm sorry to say that, and don't get me wrong. Obviously, murder's wrong, but you look at this guy, and someone said it perfectly. They're like, whoever I already forgot his name, the fucking guy that shot Trump in the head. They're like, we don't know anything about him yet. They fucking have all these camera angles of this guy. They caught this guy, which fooled me because I thought they weren't going to look for this guy. Because what did he write on? He wrote. I didn't even get this till yesterday. He wrote 3 different things on the shell casings.
Yeah, deny, defend, and diffuse.
Depose. I think it was depose.
Fuck. It's
I'm
deny,
sure
defend, and some other D word. But yeah, it was like the title of a book some guy wrote about the healthcare industry and how they deny claims just to save money. You know, they make up reasons why to do it.
It's deny, defend, depose. I hit deny. I hit a second D.
Oh, was depose? Okay. You're right.
Buddy. What do you want? Look who's here, by the way. There he is. He's out of the bathroom. Look. Wait, I lost this. Where are we?
You're good.
There we are.
I'm back from the bathroom, and I'm so glad you said that because look at the healthcare shit I'm going
Larry
through.
Beyah. Sorry, buddy.
Oh,
Go on.
look at the healthcare
Want
stuff
a
I'm
chair?
going through. Yeah. Can you find one for me?
Don't move.
I'm gonna steal this one. We all knew that. Let me tell you, look at what I'm going through. I have to pay for my own healthcare, though I have Aetna insurance, and though I am a U.S. veteran with military insurance, they won't approve paying for immunotherapy first for cancer, stage 4.
You're good. Don't move, buddy.
They
You're
won't.
perfect.
They won't approve.
Slide in a little more.
That's how the healthcare industry is. They're now trying to dictate.
Dictate.
Yeah. They're trying to dictate.
Garrett, he was eating a banana 5 minutes ago. Hand to God. He was eating a banana.
Listen, to be
Where'd you put the peel?
I didn't eat the pill.
All your fans that hate me are so annoyed right now. I love it.
Here's the
You
fuck-
get it because he's black. Let me
This
tell you.
guy.
And he was eating a banana. These people don't get it. And he was eating a banana.
A banana. A fucking banana.
All right, talk.
Listen,
I love you,
listen,
buddy. I'm
listen.
sorry. Go on.
When I first got here, he put out watermelon for me.
Great.
And then he doubled down on the banana. So the thing is that they won't pay. They want me to do chemotherapy. I said, I'm not going to do chemotherapy. Well, we can't pay for it then. Wait a minute. You're telling me you're my health care provider. You're not providing. I don't feel provided for.
So were you happy when they blew this fucking dude away?
Not initially.
Because black people are like monkeys, and monkeys love bananas.
But here's the deal: how did we get to that? How did we get there? It's almost here. Like
I'm just trying to annoy that. We only had 74 listeners. The
Joe
rest of the
Dago,
week.
Joe Dago. So what I'm saying is that this guy, if this wasn't a setup, because we saw Frankie McDonald did it, but the last thing that I said, this looked like a direct hit on this guy. Like somebody sent this guy to go get this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like either he was sent by someone or he had a family member that was denied coverage and was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he was on a mission.
Yeah.
Well, it came out that United Healthcare, although it came out, I saw this in a Instagram meme or whatever, but they have one of the highest, rejection rates of every claim. And
by far. It's
and
like
it's
double the second place company. They're like double.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Do you know the comedian Eric McMahon?
No.
He does a lot of shit at Uncle Vinny's. He's good friends with all of us in Jameson.
Okay.
I texted him, I sent him like that meme I'm talking about. It's like 3 years ago. I'm not making it up. His brother, not brother-in-law, not brother's cousin, not friend of his brother. His brother was the president of United Healthcare up until 3 years ago.
Wow.
President.
Wow, that's what I said. Wow. But I said it with all caps. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Like that wow. The first wow
Can
was
we
how
say
I
together?
said wow when you showed up with a banana. I said,
wow. Like he went there.
Was he CEO or president?
I think he said CEO, but
okay.
He was whatever that guy was. That guy replaced his brother.
So now, here's what I'm saying, that they'll give me chemotherapy for free. They'll give me radiation for free. Meaning they'll pick up the dime for it. However, you have to be at such a stage for them to approve immunotherapy. When immunotherapy works better than all of them. Jimmy Carter got it. The guy.
Now I'm dumb. I've heard of immunotherapy, but I don't know what it is.
Immunotherapy is okay. So the way cancer works in a brief nutshell is that cancer tricks the defense system that's supposed to know when cells go rogue. When a cell goes rogue, there's a defense system inside you with the T cells and everything that knows, hey, you're not supposed to be in here. It's like the bouncer at a club. Now, when we were kids, we would go up to the places where we would party at. We would see what wristbands they were giving out at the party. Then we would go back to the car because we went to party.
Handcuffs.
Yeah, that is true. He is funnier on your show.
What they do is they rob people. And so they're in hand.
I understand.
How low is the chat? All right, I'll shut up.
What the formula is get him on your show. He's good for one. So the thing is that
I'm cracking myself.
Yes, that's when you know you're funny. That's when you know it's
the
funny.
Bracelets. I'm sorry.
So we would put on the wristbands or whatever. We would trick the bouncer into thinking we was already into the party. That's what cancer cells do. They trick the T cells saying, hey, listen, we was already up in here. We regular cells. Hey, we up in here. And then they slip by. Next thing you know, the immune system start going down. Say, what's going on down there? And then you go to the doctor. The doctor say, let me tell you what's going on down there. There's cancer going on down there. And you're at stage 4 of it. Okay, now, so what immunotherapy does is says, wait a minute, these T cells are smarter than what they are. We need to enhance them a little bit. Come down here. We're going to take these T cells out of your body. Okay. And we're going to put them in a situation where they're smarter and put them back into your body.
Like bring them to a gym.
Yeah, it's a gym at the cellular level. It is literally an IQ test it's because what's happening is
I wanted to say the prison cellular level, but I don't have any way to set it up.
Say it.
The black T cells they put at a prison cellular level. That was not bad, right?
What do you mean?
Larry, oh God, do it again. Larry's T cells are actually at a prison cellular level.
What do you mean? That's when he's at his best. The formula.
Screeching halt.
The formula. Do not talk to Geno.
Let me call Steve and interrupt whatever he's doing. That's important to say. You're missing this. So go on.
Whatever you're doing, Steve, you should have been here today.
You're blowing it, Conti.
Jesse James said Geno is buying me. I didn't want to say anything, Jesse.
I honest to God went to put it on. I honest to God went to put it on my thing. I'm not allowed to. I'm like, I wanted to put it up. Anyway, go on.
Okay.
Seriously, so they fucking at a cellular level.
So, oh my God, this is funny right here.
Can't
Somebody
put it
said,
up. They have to.
somebody said, no, those are sickle cells.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So they take the C cells out of your body and they put it back into your body. Now the T cells, I was about to say sickle cells. Now the T cells goes back and says, okay, game is on, let's fight, and then they kill the cancer. That should happen first. But no, what the healthcare, United Healthcare, and all these people will pay for is, hey, we got this thing that we've been doing forever. Well, here's what we do. We go into the body and we blast every cell in your body. Even the good one. Even the ones that's going to help you fight this thing. Yeah, fuck them too. We're going to blast them, and that's what we'll pay for. And I said, why would I do that? Why would I logically kill good cells in my body to fight bad cells?
Which is what they want you to do. Like please
go ahead.
You know my history with the more I get everything sent to me now over the past couple of years. And I heard one guy, two different stories. I heard one in a nutshell. It's like cancer is actually
in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, I busted a nutshell to get these two answers. One, the guy said cancer is actually your body protecting itself because you get all these terrible cells, and what the body does is form a cyst around them. Mm-hmm. And then when they give you a biopsy, they prick it and free them all, which seems a bit much. But the other thing gets into what you said, where they want you to get chemotherapy. And a lot of people that don't even get it, they use vitamin D and the shit you're doing. Yeah. God bless you. And make sure you donate to Larry's GoFundMe. We do it all the time. God, I'll send you the link, Garrett, if you want to put it up. But they say, like, chemotherapy is what kills people. And it's literally the radiation. And, of course, in the extreme one, someone sent me, they're like, the nurse, the guy's like, and the nurse had the courage to put down on the cause of death radiation poisoning from the chemotherapy. Yeah. So kind of the second thing you're saying what you're saying reminds me of the second thing.
Yeah, if I may, because I don't want to go ahead.
Now, what's their reasoning for wanting to kill all the cells? They have to have at least an excuse or some reason for it.
Because it's like throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. It's like the way that chemotherapy works is that we know we're targeting these other cells. We have no other way to just isolate these cells. That's when cyberknives started coming around, and that's when radiation started coming around, where people started pinpointing that we can do this. And I said to this, even like he said with the biopsy. See, when you do the research, I said, I'm not getting one of those archaic biopsies. Those biopsies where they go, it's medieval. They go into your asshole and they snip. That's exactly what they do. I know a bunch of people, my boy Paul from Cobb, Connecticut. I know that he said it's painful. He said this woman did it and I want to punch her right in the face. I said, I don't want that experience. So I told them, I said, well, why don't we do a PET scan? Because I did the research to say a PET scan would do a lot to find out where the spots are. And then we can go do a bone biopsy after that. A bone biopsy is where they take a needle and go into your bone, which they did. It went to my back, whatever. Ugh. It still wasn't going into my ass. They gave me fentanyl. Fentanyl is a drug that they give you to take the pain away. So I was like, wait a minute. You're giving me like fentanyl from the streets or whatever? I was like, because I got a guy, if you need a rate, I can get you a guy with a rate to get you some more fentanyl. But the thing is that that's what they do. It's like they throw a lot of chemotherapy at the wall saying, we know we're going to, it's like buckshots.
Okay.
I know I'm going to kill him, but whatever else standing next to him is going to get hit too.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things that you require to help you back up once they start, because your immune system is your immune system. And that's why I take the cold showers, because one quick way to jumpstart your immune system is to take a cold shower.
That's definitely true. Just gets your adrenaline running and
get your
body in alert mode.
Yeah.
We got to fuck something up. Yeah.
Let me tell you, Garrett, I was in the military, right? I was in the Air Force. So when I got out of the Air Force, of course, we got PTSD from Desert Storm and yada, yada, yada. So they want to give you all this medication. They want to give you the Zoloft. They want to give you the this, the this, the this. They want to put you on 4 different medications. And I remember sitting next to this black guy. Well, I wasn't sitting next to him at this time. I was just in the VA. And there was this big, thick chocolate thick black guy. He was wearing all white. He had the Stetson hat on, all white, chaps and everything, boots and everything. And he was walking around the VA talking about, I hate black people. I hate black people.
That could have been anybody.
Right. It really was. It just could have been somebody that didn't wash up that day. But he was that adamant about it. They gave him medicine. And I'll say about 8 months later, I saw him. Didn't realize it was him. He was sitting right next to me like Geno is. And he was like, hey, I remember you. You got the medicine that I got. Because I didn't take their medicine. And I looked, and we had the same medication. That medication took that burly, thick-voiced black man and made him into a pussy. And that's what medicine does. Whether it's chemotherapy, whether it's whatever, it fights you. And it's like, let's just heal me. How about not destroy what is already working well for me and heal me? But they're like, well, we're not going to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for it yourself. I got to come up with $40,000 up front to even do it. We're at $22,000 now. So thank everybody who has donated.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
My medicine, $3,000 every 30 days. They don't.
So you understand this Luigi guy.
Yes.
What they're saying is true. Yeah,
absolutely. That's why I was like, Geno said, have you heard or whatever? I stay away from that stuff like that because you want to stay positive. But you can't avoid that right there. Somebody's making a point. They denied a claim or something.
Uh-huh.
Or that was a hit.
Now, real quick, Geno, everyone's complaining that the background is us, Garrett and Steve dancing. Do you know how to change that? I have no idea.
I am go in on the up, like it says comments, banners. What's to the right of banners?
Brand.
Go to brand.
Yeah.
Page, scroll down and you should see the dancing banners. Hit remove. Even if it just goes to white, you'll be better off. Right?
You're right.
Yeah! Woo!
When they say
winning,
when they say Geno was right about everything, I want y'all to remember.
Add that to the list.
Add it.
Have you seen my wallet? It was here when you got here.
Well, okay, I got a wallet just like your wallet.
Right.
No, see, Geno don't understand.
Is there money in yours?
Yes. Not mine. It's so ironic that we have the same wallet.
Oh, by the way, you know who was on Brennan today? Godfrey. But like me, Godfrey, but I'm the racist. Okay, all right, that's your Dabbleverse little drip. More whiskey.
God bless them. They're doing what?
Hold on. Let me mute it so you can't hear me call. Oh, anyway, there you go.
God bless them.
I muted it.
I muted it. You're doing what you love. And the thing is that the healthcare CEO, I'm so happy. I'm so happy this being brought out because until you get an illness, you don't know. You just think, oh, I'm good. Everything, my whole life after, was the military. I would go to the VA, get taken care of, or the military would pay for it. But I don't get sick or anything like that, so I never was there a lot. Maybe if I had gone for a checkup or two, we would have caught the cancer before it got to stage 4. However, it is what it is. The thing is that these healthcare companies dictate the treatment, and that's not right. Because when I'm at Memorial Sloan Kettering, which is a beautiful place, but they're just putting a Band-Aid on the problem. When I was at Memorial Sloan Kettering, you've never been to a place so serene and so beautiful as a cancer research center. Because everybody's there, and we all know what we're here for. The beautiful girls, the fine girls. You're like, wow, you got cancer? I saw this mother. I thought the girl was walking her mother out, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet, like a 13-year-old girl. The mother was walking the daughter out, and she was so weak and frail, and I was like, oh, my God. When you see the children with the cancer, when you see the old people, but when you see the people with the cancer that you don't even look like they got cancer, you're like, how do you have cancer? Everybody's on the same page, and to have healthcare dictate a blanket statement of this is what we'll pay for and what we won't pay for. I asked the oncologist, I said, but it says on the sign that y'all do immunotherapy. Yeah, but your insurance won't pay for that right now.
and another reason why, after you listen to everything Larry says, and shout out Sidney Shaw, that's one of those Buddhist things. Nothing is a problem till it's your problem. True.
So there you go.
But for all the hold on, Joe, for all the shit that you're trying to get them to cover, you're like, we're not talking about them paying for everything. You're begging for them to pay for some of it after you've paid in all this money to begin with, which is why like you should have shot him 3 times in the head. I mean it. Like this is the people are tired. And like no one.
But don't you think like he was just like an amateur and wasn't planned it all out, but then the second you pull the trigger, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
He was more concerned about making sure, and I'm sure I haven't followed it that much, but the gun jammed or something. I'm sure he's making sure to make sure each 3 of those engraved bullet casings fucking were shot out of the gun.
How many?
You know what I mean?
How many shots hit the guy?
I don't even know. It's 3. I just know 3 casings. I assume 3 shots.
Because when I looked at the video, see, there's a demeanor to somebody who wants to shoot somebody. If you've never shot anybody, I get why people are shaky. I've shot people, in the military. Yeah. So there's a demeanor that they train you with.
Have you shot at people or shot and killed a person?
Shot and kill people. That's what war is about. Did you get it? Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that that's the gig. They have to train you so you don't even think like you killed before, and this is how they get us. We've all killed. We've all have killed.
Not on stage.
I guarantee you.
Not on stage.
I guarantee you've killed a fly or a mosquito.
True.
The way that they train you in the military is to tap into.
Steve's wife killed a mouse with some kind of giant.
Remember that
fucking,
night?
That night
she had 2 mice. Remember that night she had 2 mice?
And then she thought it'd be good to cover his head with a piece of provolone.
Oh my God!
Like they do a blanket on a gurney in a hospital.
Let me tell you something.
Terrible.
Steve's wife is a killer. She's a killer. And so she is. Some killers are naturally born. So the thing is that what you have to do is tap into when you have killed before, because that's all it takes. If I can get you to kill a mosquito, I can get you to kill a human being.
Same thing.
Is that your wife about to kill you?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, yeah. You mentioned killer. Women come out. Women come. What? Who killing? I've been wanting to kill this mother. But that's how you get somebody to kill somebody. You don't start with, hey, I want you to kill somebody. You start with when is the time that you've ever killed something. And then you tap into what were the things that you were doing when you were killing somebody, when you were killing the mosquito. What happened?
Camping.
You were sitting there, you were camping, and all of a sudden this thing buzzed around. Then it started irritating you. Yeah. That's what you tap into. You tap into the irritation of the Muslims over there. You tap into the irritations of Allah, whatever. You tap into the irritation of them blowing themselves up and go. And now you got me angry now. Now you pique my intrigue. Because yes, they are doing that because the media tells us that's what they're doing. Then you go, then what happened with you and the mosquito? So then I had to watch. I got my weapon. Then I had to watch with my eyes and see. That's what you do to a person. You say, well, okay, just watch the person. Just watch the person. The next thing you know, then what'd you do? And I waited till him to get the mosquito to get in the right place. And then that's how you train a killer. And I'm telling you, if they didn't do that to me and us, I wouldn't know how they did it. But that's how they do it. Because I was always up, I could never kill a person. I could never not kill a person again.
You're saying if you kill a mosquito, if you can kill a mosquito, you can kill another human being or even a Mexican.
See, here's why. Here's why you should be on a 5-second delay. That's why.
We have one more person to add to this discussion.
Oh.
Hey! Lubilicious!
Hey! I sent you a message today, Lubi.
You did?
Yeah, in your Instagram. But let's forget about me. Let's talk about you.
What did you send me? A video?
I was showing you that Geno and I was going to be on at 3 today. But since we're on with Garrett and Steve, let's talk about that.
Shit, I'm sorry. I missed it. I mean, I saw it, but I wasn't.
No.
I was at work till 5 o'clock.
You're Lubi.
Sorry about that.
Hey, Garrett, how's my neck looking? Good?
Oh, my God.
Looks great, Lubi. Yeah.
Well, tell me about the neck. Tell me about the neck.
One day, Garrett will suffocate, like choke me, but not in a sexy way. That didn't come out right. I wanted to say Garrett will murder me, but hey. That's his fetish, obviously. I had no idea.
That's my wacky fetish, necks.
And somebody has a fetish to see your feet.
Oh, they all want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
they all-
That's the thing. That's the thing as well. But I can understand you, Garrett. I notice necks a lot. And do you know who has a particularly bad neck? And I think they had a neck job. Priyanka
Who?
Chopra.
Oh yeah.
Priyanka Chopra.
could
I
try
think
to
she
look
had
her
a
up.
neck job. Yeah, she used to have like folds on her neck, almost like crevices. You know, like you have a double chin, or your belly has layers.
Yeah.
She had that on her chin and neck like this, and all of a sudden she doesn't have it. So I'm very sus of that.
Can you do that thing with your neck again?
Is it right?
Oh,
I
Did
just
we get all the money? Did we get all the money on the internet?
Now I'm gonna try to bring
Larry,
up
you look good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate
You look really good, and you know what? Your spirit, dude, and your energy is so awesome. It is just so uplifting. Wowza! I can't wait for Geno's birthday to see you.
Okay, good. You're gonna be there, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good. I'm just so happy to be alive, and I give God all the credit. My girlfriend prays with me all day, every day, and I'm just happy. I was telling Garrett and Geno and Steve and everybody one time. You know, sometimes they say the worst thing in your life that can happen to you can end up being the best thing. It ended up being the best thing because I believe it made me a better person. Not that I was a bad person. I was a phenomenal person.
you were okay. You were okay.
Yeah. I'm gassing myself up.
All of us. I'm
Right.
kidding. Come
But
on.
I feel like there was areas of growth that I was able to address.
Well, you were never that short, so it's okay.
I love it.
I love it.
By the way,
I miss hearing that. That was
By
like
the
when
way,
you come to the
speaking of,
studio.
Oh, by the way,
It would-
speaking of people that could use a little areas of growth, I finally saw the video.
My boobs?
The Mike Machete, Bobby Tambora thing. You and Steve did.
Oh
What
my
happened?
God.
What happened? I gotta hear it. What happened?
We went on. Mike Machete does like an AI art generated show where he's like a big whale that hosts the show, and Bobby
It's a
Tamboro's
cartoon.
there too, and they're both cartoons. And you know, when they talk, their mouths moves, and they invited Steve and I on their show for an interview. And Mike went ham on us and was calling Steve John, making fun of me the whole time, just insulting us constantly. And
Tables have turned.
Who
Yeah.
is in charge?
And then what happened? What did y'all do?
I have to, before that, who is in charge? Because the thing of it is, if you've never seen it,
No.
it's voiced, but it's a cartoon. So Mike is a narwhal lying on a desk. Bobby is some, I can't even explain robot, but they trolled you both. They made Garrett some yappy,
Like
yappy looking scarecrow. Can you
You
find it? I mean, I can send it to you because it's in my history recently.
I can send it to you because I
Bobby
watched it in
was living all
rotation.
of
but
these
you can't.
fantasies.
But no,
Yeah.
it's in my recent history, and I know I have a little, vendetta for Bobby. He made Steve's not here, but he made Steve this really physically fit person,
Yeah.
and you cannot tell me that wasn't him saying because you're
Because
fat.
Steve is
You
still his
cannot.
Steve is his best friend from Compound. Still, he only likes Steve.
I don't think he liked Steve when he did it. I don't even know if he likes Steve that much anymore. I might be wrong. You know my history with Bobby, but he made Steve he made Garrett look like Garrett. I don't even know what I'm like, well, Machete's a narwhal and Bobby is a robot. When did you find it, Garrett? When you see, I don't know
Yeah.
what they made Garrett.
Was I a
What-
tall man in this
All right.
story, or I wasn't even mentioned? I probably was a tall dude.
So you got to tell me, how do I add a web page to the
Go to
layout?
where it says
Present.
settings,
Go
right?
to present. Present. You will see it underneath.
Oh yeah, you do it. Click on settings. Nope, that's wrong.
Tell them,
Present.
movie.
You just see
click on
present.
present.
Next to settings.
You
Present.
tell movie. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's a plus next to settings, says present. Click on it. It will ask you which picture to show. You don't see it?
Share the screen tab.
Yeah.
Can you email it to me?
I could, but that'll take
Yeah.
even longer.
Take a second. No?
No, just,
I love Lubi. She said, it'll be fine.
I could-
It's okay. We're talking
Okay.
smack. We're talking trash. It's like I'm so excited now. I don't understand what was he trying to achieve. Humiliate you?
I'm telling you, I'm looking for it in mine. Do you know how to share the screen in mine?
What was he going for though? What was he
exactly.
Did Machete not like you guys anymore?
I don't think.
No, it was.
Bobby?
Yeah, it was just like a bit or something. I don't know. He was just
Bobby
like
and his bits. Bobby and his
I just
bits.
think it was a bit.
You'll never
there we
learn.
go. Hold
He
on.
will never learn.
A bit that didn't go well.
Share
Did you
screen.
find it?
Surprise, surprise.
I know, right?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Good.
All right.
We see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
What does Bobby have to do with this
Oh.
show? Is he a producer or?
He was doing well, except I wish that
It's Garrett.
Yeah.
it's going really
I've
well.
never blessed. I wish every interview I've ever done was like this.
Yeah. Bobby boy, how's it going? I call him Bobby boy, and I'm getting comfortable with Bob. It's like,
Yeah, well, we were hanging out this weekend, but I feel like you didn't really do so much interviewing. Maybe ask them what they're doing these days.
no, guys, I'm serious. What are you guys
don't
doing up to besides
understand.
just like
I'm feeling
being gankers unemployed, like
anger
me, and
just
trying to like
hearing Bobby's voice.
get gigs on places that have more than 10 viewers.
Can you give us some tips on what to do now that we're unemployed? Like how you still get-
Oh
Yeah, because me and Garrett, we've just been
fuck
sitting
is
around
that?
taking turns masturbating each other.
And he looks
that's
like
my
a
day
woman.
pretty much, too.
Yes, he looks like. Oh, I
what
think he
was
has
that?
a fetish
That's
for
my day as
Steve.
well.
A K-pop type of girl or dude.
I think
Mike
I think-
Buschetti is a unicorn shark. I'm not
Yeah.
understanding this. This
Yeah.
He's
is
a
a fever
narwhal.
dream.
But they made Garrett because Garrett's the quickest, sharpest. They made you. What is that?
The
You're a
gay
puppet.
bait quiz, Al Capone's secrets, and more. Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did some sort of gay bait quiz at the end. I killed it.
Yeah.
Garrett
Yes,
and
you
Steph
did, you
nailed
neck
it. They
lover.
made Steve Traname. They nailed it.
Yeah. Traname. Luby is flabbergasted.
Traname.
You know, it's so funny how a bit doesn't go well and then they still put it out.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
it went well, but it was just
It's odd.
It
It's odd
was out of place for Mike. Mike is usually the nicest, kindest guy, and he just came
So
on
you
and
know
was
what that-
ripping
yeah.
us apart. Yeah.
You know where that was driven from. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. Who put the battery in his back? Oh, Bobby was there.
I'm telling you, I don't know what was trolling you more. Whatever they made you, Garrett, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Can somebody
It
say
really underscores what Bobby is not funny. He's an angry man that hates everyone that's funnier than him, and that means he hates everyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well-
I'm sorry. I'm wrong? Say
well,
I'm wrong.
I will say that I've seen Bobby have a good set. I've seen Bobby have good sets. So I won't say that he's not
Where?
funny.
Where? I'll tell you where. On Comedians of the Compound, when he's sandwiched between me and Berg and fucking Ant and fucking even Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He had
Okay.
good nights. He doesn't have to be everybody's taste. Not
Yeah.
mine. Mine,
Because-
not mine for sure.
Because
but
that's the thing with new comics. You want them to,
He called Bobby a new comic.
you want them to have a space. You know that they're not the show. You know that nobody's coming to watch them do comedy. But all of the things that y'all set him up with, the donkey of comedy and Bobby, y'all set him up to have an inflated value of
Oh
his
yeah,
comedy.
and you three took him all over the country doing comedy. Oh wait,
You did. And the thing is that, well, he drove. You said that.
he drove.
He drove.
he's a very interesting individual. He's an
Yeah,
interesting,
and
layered, very strange individual that I prefer not to be around, basically. But it is what it is.
You muted yourself.
Mine
Okay,
was
so now
muted.
here's what I wondered, Luby. Didn't you do a show with him?
Yeah, we used to be really good friends.
She was trying to fuck him. Tell him.
I was. Yeah, I was kind of
Absolutely.
desperate.
Because
All right, Gabe, I'll stop.
okay,
I was like,
because
I'll
Luby-
fold myself in half to be your size. I'll do it. I'll do anything.
She said she would fold herself in half. Why is she that?
I would have done that for my man, but
But what I was wondering was, What? Because see, I know you're a professional. You come from a background of this. See, a lot of people don't know this about Lubi. Lubi's background is in this. She just didn't show up at at a station and say, "Oh, I want a job." This girl comes from that.
I grew up on a radio station. That is correct.
Exactly.
Really?
My dad ran one. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
What kind of radio station was it?
Larry is a better friend to me, apparently. All you did was stared at my neck. But hey, just how it was.
What's your background, Lubi?
Yeah, my dad was a journalist and a writer, and he ran our a local radio station, and then later he was do you say chief editor or editor chief for our national daily chief editor for our daily magazine, like New York Times, whatever it was, for Montenegro. Yeah.
And this was in what country again?
In Montenegro, yeah.
In Montenegro. So what I'm saying is that it's like when you see a cab driver over here that used to be a doctor in his country. When I saw Lubi interning, I was like, she's just not an intern. This girl, everything she said was the industry. Like stuff that I got a master's degree in, Lubi was knowing. And I was like, no, she's not just an intern.
Lubi, I'm going to text you what he said the first time he saw you, okay?
She's sexy. But what I'm saying is...
I guess I don't have to.
So now what I'm saying is
I'll touch myself to it later.
Can I say one thing to compliment everyone here?
Go ahead.
Lubi is gorgeous, and she carries herself confidently. And that's why when she was funny and everything, you're like, Jesus Christ, she's really good at this. She's not some dopey twat airhead that's like, I'm pretty, I'm funny. It's like, no, she really knows her shit. Is that what you're saying?
And Lubi and I used to talk.
Keep it coming, boys.
He texted, will this skank fuck me? That's what he texted.
Well, we used to talk.
I love Lubi.
She's like, yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. That's exactly what I do. That's
all right. Respect.
That's what I want to hear. But the thing is that Bobby didn't have that.
I love Lubi.
Bobby didn't have that. So I was literally wondering, how is she going to carry this? But then I saw the show and I was like, I don't think she can say this because you wasn't evenly yoked with somebody who could do what you do like this.
It was a tough one. It was. I actually, all joking on aside, Bobby's very hardworking and dedicated.
Yes, he
is. Whatever we think about him, and I understand, Geno, all of your
Bobby's
frustrations.
done a lot.
How hard do you have to work to ignore every call we got the 1 week he filled in for Garrett?
Listen, I get it. Everything you're saying, I get it. I'm just there's some other sides of him that he's very dedicated.
I love him. He does. He's done a lot for me over the time.
So he would put in time. Something. It's just like his style is a little too artificial for what a compound was.
Yeah.
It was a little bit scripted. It was a little bit like bits like this that nobody kind of understood. Very, very like Andy Kaufman-y almost.
Yeah. That was the thing.
They wouldn't fit. They wouldn't fit into like us talking crap. You know.
Right.
I wasn't the funniest one, not even close.
He would have fit into a lot more shit than Bobby fits into. Am I right?
Well, he looks very dapper now. He lost weight.
We love Bobby. We do.
No, Bobby looks great now. He lost like 30 pounds.
We love Bobby.
Here goes another 10 people. Sorry, Garrett.
No, but here's the deal.
But there was like other elements to him of like,
and I
his
think
style was different, and his personality was just. He Pat Dixon himself with using
him and Pat Oates used to work well together. Him and Pat Oates used to work well together on this show because he was a role player on Pat's show, and Pat was so dominant on his show that he knew how to.
So many punchlines.
Pat Oates.
Pat Bobby. If they had a vaudeville show, it would be called Abbott and Abbott.
Pat Oates.
Pat Oates is the only person ever that has kicked me out of their podcast.
I'm killing Garrett.
Yeah. He literally kicked me out.
Why?
Set up. He kicked you out. He kicked you
premise
out.
And premise.
I
love another whiskey.
Premise
Bring the bottle. I can't drink, but it's fun to watch Geno drink.
While Geno's out, we'll take a quick second to read some pay and saves.
Yes, please.
Curtis John writes, praying for you, Larry. They tried to get me to do radiation and chemo. At least you know he's not interested in Kiki. Curvy little 6, on the other hand.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. You missed a good one. Yeah.
Gabe
Why does
Itches says, Luby, feet now.
Why does it get funny when Geno leaves? You're an ass. You're an ass.
All of a sudden, everything makes sense.
Orion's
My
Dream
mic
says,
is too
damn
loud
it,
again.
Luby's mic
Damn
is
it.
too loud. Damn it, Luby. And Jaquan G. Luby was so much better than Bobby on the dump. I have to agree with that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
I'm
In
telling you.
hindsight, I have some sorrow. So some sorrow when I think about Bobby. It was a loss of a friendship in a sense, but it is
If
what it is.
I
you know.
were
I don't want
Erock,
it to be
and
weird
don't say
either.
nothing.
There's no,
And don't say nothing. If I was Erock, I would have known who I had on my team and pushed her a lot further in Luby. But I don't think he saw the vision, because when people dick ride other people, they're only looking at what they can get from somebody else, as opposed to saying, hey, I have a star player right here ready to go in the game. And they didn't do it. You, Luby, Garrett and Steve, me. I mean, I think that
E-Rock gave
the
us our
gatekeeper was him. What?
E-Rock put Steve and I together. And
Oh, good.
yeah,
He
made
was smart.
E-Rock has very good radio sense.
He does. And that's
If I may,
If
it's
you-
almost like Erock was watching while he hit it home like a bitch during the pandemic. I'm such a lovable guy. And realized when Aaron Berg left, I said, I'm not getting a co-host because Garrett and Steve are basically my co-hosts. So really, do you
So
think
it was
that's
really you? It
No,
was you.
look, you can fucking. I'm dead serious now.
What?
Are you gonna say he just said, "Well, I did all the fucking, I did the what's it called in the NFL? Not the algorithm, the
Combine.
the metrics."
Yeah.
Can I
did the
say
metrics and
something,
they're really
Gino?
good. No, he's like Garrett and Steve are hilarious.
Yeah. And
Are
they
hilarious
are.
from watching In Hot Water 4 days a week.
But not just
From
in hot
home.
water. Not just in
From
hot water.
home.
But not just in
Yeah.
hot water. They were good on morning. They were good on the
Yeah.
Boston
Justice
show.
for Garrett was the one that told E-Rock to give a Garrett and Steve show. Thank you. Thank you. What about Justice for Garrett?
Okay. Now,
No,
go
what
ahead.
it really was when we filled
Garrett
in for
equals-
Anthony.
Wait.
Garrett equals
Yes.
Opie.
Go ahead, Garrett.
when they
I'm sorry.
when
I
they
love Jerry
started
King.
when they started filling in for Anthony, that's when it clicked for all of us. And I think all of us at the same time were like, there should be a show. You said it to Erock, I said it to Erock. Erock was checking the metrics, and all there was just like this sense of like, oh my god, what is this? This is awesome. I can't stop watching this. We all felt it. So it was kind of a
And I
Uniswan
felt
type
the
of
first hand.
idea. Yeah.
And if I can agree there, for all the shit I just said, 1,000% what Luby said.
We
Like,
felt it.
I
It
would
was
sit
it
there
was
and watch,
obvious.
and I'd get home and I'd call and I'd bug them. Like it was fucking. I remember them insisting that Bobby, not Luby. Oh wait, I don't want to act like they didn't want Bobby. They wanted Luby because Bobby's a bowl of negative energy. I don't want to blow up their spot. But with you and Drew in the booth, and remember the time you couldn't make it? Drew's like, "Do you want to sit in the chair?" I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." I'm like, "I know what I'm doing, but are you out of your mind?" And that was when Steve hit 3 shots in a row, and you see me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I sit there in the booth watching you 3, and I'm like, I'm the coolest man alive.
Yeah.
It was just
So,
a
yeah,
good
I agree
time
with
for
Luby
everyone.
there.
It was a good
It
time for
was.
everyone. It was obvious. And
Yeah.
just-
Garrett was going to say
Yeah.
something. I want to hear what Garrett had to say about that situation. You was about to say something about Erock knowing radio, and
Oh, yeah.
and he came to you.
No, he just came because we were filling in for Anthony, and he came to me and was like, because Cripple Daddy died, who was the co-host of my show.
He was in a wheelchair, and somebody thought it was a work because he's so good at fucking Southern comedy. They're like, maybe it's a bit, but it wasn't. He was dead. He was.
Poor little shrimp. Oh my God.
Yeah,
God bless
so-
his soul.
And go ahead,
All right.
Garrett.
So Shane sent us a Booth Boy, since we're talking about Crip Daddy, he sent us a Booth Boys contribution, and I'm going to try to bring this up as smoothly as I can. But it goes along with Crip Daddy. Hold on one second. Share screen. God, Steve, it does this so
I know you're so
quickly.
used to it.
Yeah.
And
Seamless.
while you're doing that was what I loved. Oh, go ahead.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
This is Cripple Cody.
Wow.
So I'm thirsty. Perlia's too lazy to get me a Mountain Dew. So I guess I'm gonna have to get my own. Imagine that.
Good for him. Good for him.
Dear God.
Oh, look at that. We got some Mountain Dew right on the bottom part of the door. God damn, right where I need it.
Good for him.
Leave this open.
See, now he brought this up like he's like Crip Daddy, but Crip Daddy couldn't move at all.
He's like Mike Machete if he lost weight and still drank.
That's funny. That's funny.
Now, I'm going to skip ahead a little because it takes him a little while to open up this can of soda.
Okay.
The fuck, do I got stage fright or
He's
something?
so
Oh,
good.
my stage fright.
Doesn't anyone want to tell him soda is so bad for you?
Oh,
There we go.
he's get.
I thought he was about to do it with his thighs.
Nice.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wow.
Dad has asked me before. He's like, "Well, how do you get your own Mountain Dew?"
can't hear him.
I was like, well,
I can't hear him. That's okay.
Can
Sorry,
you make it
it's-
louder?
I'll try.
Where
I
is
think
it
it-
going?
Is it just me?
It's at max volume. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. It's at max
Sorry.
volume.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
But imagine having to go through this every time you want a soda.
That'll make you quit. Wow. Good for him.
Killing it. But it's
Wow.
not even,
Damn, he's resourceful.
Wow. Because when you have to, you figure it out.
yeah.
Mhm. God bless,
Wow.
dude.
See, does this make you feel better about your cancer now, Larry?
Well, to be fair to me, he doesn't look like he's in pain.
True.
He doesn't.
Yo, he's so good.
Break
He has a
dancing. He's
rhythm.
not in pain.
He has a rhythm to his thing.
Yeah.
Look
There
at
is-
that.
There is a sense behind the motion. Yeah, total.
Oh my
Wow.
God. And
So,
what
yeah.
pisses me off is the guy with the camera could have just easily gave him the soda. Fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? People got this.
How
holy-
rude.
It's like, scratch my back, I'll
Aw.
scratch yours.
Grab the
Look
straw.
at that. Look at that. Good for
Way to
him.
Good
go,
for you.
Cody. Yeah.
He's a cutie. I love it.
He's a hero.
Way to not use a paper straw, Hitler.
Mountain fucking-
That's funny.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. Those poor turtles.
You know, but that's what it's like. We can all appreciate him, but when you have something that happens to you, that's why I never got down. Lubi, you was talking about how positive, because I knew that there were people in the hospital that would readily change places with me. I knew that there are people that say, "Oh, that's all you have? I will take that. Trade places with me."
Mm.
And when I see somebody like him, they see me roll.
I saw that too.
They
I
hate
saw that
it.
fucking
the
go- I
devil.
saw that.
The devil. But the thing is that you start to
Good thing
appreciate.
Steve's not here seeing you show all these pores, Garrett. But anyway.
Here is a person who figured it out. He's
Mhm.
not sitting on camera complaining like some-
Figured, please.
Yes, figure please. So he hasn't.
He'll find a way to jam it in. He'll find a way.
Listen,
I'm just sitting here
But-
watching
but
you.
let
I'm
me-
sitting here watching you three and reading the chat, having the
Let-
time of my
and
fucking
that's-
life. I swear to
and
God.
that's what Geno is at his best.
Yeah.
Why make him a
Because figure sounds like Larry.
trigger? You see, it never, and it's beautiful because
Oh,
I said a broken clock. What's the saying?
Broken jaws, right?
broken jaw gets fired twice.
I can't believe we don't
From
do this.
compound and from censored.
This was always the click right here. We add Steve to this mix. This was always the click right here.
Yeah.
You know,
Where's
Yeah.
Steve?
the thing about I would say
He died.
Dino.
I know, good one, Geno.
I love games.
I know that Erock was talented in what he did in some respect. But and then there was a respect that I said, well, oh, you dropped the ball on that. It's almost like when you go up and host a show and then you watch other host shows and you go, oh my God, you missed a lot of moments there. You missed a lot. Like they're rushing to get the show started. And I'm like, the lady just told you she whatever. And there's a lot more to just
You didn't
delve
pick it
into.
up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're thinking
Yes.
about what I'm going to say next and not even listening. Yeah.
Yes. And
But then-
that's what
But then
That's
you
why I
see
think-
people that are good at hosting and you're like, fuck, I suck.
Yeah. But I'm talking about so when I saw Lubi and we were talking, automatically I knew this girl can host a show now. Put her in, get her into training and get her comfortable with her because she's there. I'm sitting up here going, wait a minute. She's still in the booth? Oh, that would have been like the third thing I would have done.
Larry, that is my fault. I was offered a show and I declined it. You can ask Erock.
Really?
I had zero self-confidence.
Please tell me. Please tell me he offered watch. I'll be Erock. You be Luby. You be Bobby. Hey, Luby, you want to do a show on the network?
No, I suck and I'm stupid.
Watch
That's
this.
how I do-
And then he just leaves. Tell me what like that.
We'll call it the soft spot.
Yeah.
But now you're doing a show, right, Luby? You're still doing your show?
Yes. Yeah, I'm doing
Good.
a show. Yeah.
How's it
yeah.
I
going?
gotta get tapped into it now. I gotta get tapped into it.
I would love to have all of you guys. I mean, Garrett and
Just
Steve
send
already
me a
did
link
it.
so I can watch it.
Absolutely. Some of the
I'm not
episodes
gonna go in
are
it blind before I see. No, I'm just
no. Some of the episodes are in my native language. Some are in English. I'm doing 50-50 just because
That's
there's
phenomenal.
there's a lot of people here that are back from the Balkans, and I would
Yeah.
find a little corner for myself, a little nook to be a little different, just because
Josie
everyone's
used
doing
to
the
do
same
that.
thing. Yeah.
Josie used to do that. Josie would we would
It's a
air
niche,
and
yep.
she would be in Greece and I'll be over here because I want her Greece fans to so
Yeah.
you have that same appeal.
Yeah, where is she? She was the nicest. She never came back from Greece after
No,
COVID.
she did. She's been at my shows. She comes out and supports me a lot. She's been at Rodney's,
I would
Gotham.
love to see her. If she
Yeah,
is she coming
I'll tell her.
to Gina's
Maybe
birthday?
she'll be at Rodney's December 29th for Gino's birthday show.
I'll be
Featuring
there.
Me, Luby, Larry,
Yeah.
Garrett, and Steve.
Oh my
Max
God.
Loads is going to do time. I swear to God.
Whoa.
Do you need a wedding cake? Do you really need a wedding cake for your birthday?
A
Be honest.
birthday cake? A wedding cake? What do you mean?
You said recently that you would like to have a wedding cake at your birthday, and I
Oh,
couldn't
we were laughing about that for the trolls. We thought that would be hilarious. And
I thought that was really your wish. I was like, gay, of course.
can you?
And then I
here's
was
what
like,
That would be fun.
Here's what I'd like
Yeah.
to do, and Garrett will back me up on this unless I'm insane. Like, didn't you show me like Crazy Alex says she's going to be a huge wedding cake next New Year's Eve, despite me and Keanu. So if we could Photoshop like a 20-layer wedding cake, just so she so next year she gets an actual 40-layer wedding cake.
Yeah.
Can
Yes.
we do that?
So you
I can do
did-
that for you.
Just a Photoshop. Have Frankie's people with the. I'll give you $500 without Frankie's people do it. But anyway,
Some
Oh my
people
God.
want to know, Luby, what language do you think in?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, in both. I dream and think in both,
Jabroni.
and it depends of the event that I'm thinking about. If it happened in English, I usually think about it in English, and I
How
dream
do you
about
do
it.
that?
It is weird. Brains are strange, man. I can't. I'm not doing it deliberately. It's
Yeah.
odd.
I-
It's very
when I
odd
was
how
young-
mine works.
when I was younger, I backpacked through Europe. Not making this up. I was like my late 20s, but I backpacked through Europe for a month, and I was in Italy 3 weeks. And trust me, I speak shitty Italian, but I was starting to think in Italian. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like eloquent, beautiful Italian, but whatever I was thinking was Italian, and I knew what I thought I was saying.
Just
You know,
because
and
you
that's
were
only
thinking,
3 weeks, so I can't
just-
imagine.
just because
Somebody
you were
said, "Luby,
thinking,
think?"
What's
I
that?
want lasagna, that doesn't mean you're thinking in Italian.
All I'm thinking. See, I'm missing out water because right now I'd be like, show the clip of Homer when a Bart and Otto were making all that noise. I can't hear myself think, and it zooms in on his head. He goes, and all you hear is, "I want some peanuts." That's better. That's all I think of.
You're
No.
British. Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bella. Ciao,
Yeah,
ciao,
I swear to
ciao,
God.
Bella.
That's
That's all.
why-
On the loop. On the loop.
We were talking about how good Garrett and Steve are.
They're so good.
And I can't say more than enough because they took on our show. Let's Get Loud.
Loop.
Let's Get Loud. And You never knew, because I would come the last minute because I'm learning the whole thing. I know stand up. I'm learning this sit down thing, and Kumio was great at teaching me. Watching you guys was great, and but I would be like, oh, and he's like, yo, give that to Steve, give that to him. I'm the sound guy, he's the visual guy, and I'm doing all this, whatever. And they would make it work and figure out a way to throw a thing right in at the right rhythm. You can't coach that. You know how they say you can't. You have to have it. You can't teach. You have to have an instinct.
There's
for
nobody like Garrett. I mean, of course,
Right.
Steve, but
Oh
Garrett
my
is the OG
God.
for that stuff. Not tonight. It's okay, but in
Lubi,
general,
remember-
nobody was like Garrett. It was just like,
Lubi. Remember when we were in Atlantic
I feared
City?
you a lot.
We were all in Atlantic City, and you were taping that guy who jumped up on stage. Remember? I
did.
still remember you holding the camera, and I'm like,
I did.
if this bitch don't put that camera down and help me.
But you tackled him.
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
it was good. It was all good.
that was
I'm just
wild.
joking right now, but it was.
That
He was a
was
Marine.
wild.
So I knew. See, because I was in the military, I know Marines. So you have to do a certain thing to Marines to stop these fuckers, because their brain is different than regular people's brains.
He didn't seem violent. He seemed like he was having fun and didn't know how to handle his liquor and his emotions
didn't.
and
Oh
stage.
my God.
And he just got like overwhelmed and like started acting stupid. And
And remember
Larry
his
handled him like
girlfriend?
a pro. And I'm like recording everything, not believing what's happening. I was in disbelief. It was just so odd and fast. And Larry was like, tup, 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 folded him. And that was
And the
it,
funny-
like a chair.
The funny part about it is, while all of this is happening, I'm watching you with the camera.
It's wild. It was wild. I'm like, right there.
I'm looking at you with the camera while all
Is there-
this is going on.
Where's the video of this?
I still have it, actually.
He has
I
it.
still, I still
You were
have
there, Garrett.
I mean, I was probably at the show, but I might have been
You was
backstage.
backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one of the SD cards that I've saved from
That was
Comic-Con.
so much fun, man.
That was awesome. Those shows
was
were
so
great.
much
Like
fun.
traveling to Vegas and Atlantic
Oh,
City
Vegas
and
was great too.
Cuyahoga Falls. Man, those were the days.
Cuyahoga Falls.
We were in Cuyahoga Falls.
We were in Cleveland. Let's get Lou, Joy DePaulo. Remember we were in Cleveland?
Red
do
lube,
remember vaguely.
red lube. We bring
were
the
in-
lube.
The Lou. We were in Cleveland. I was doing a show in Cleveland, and they were in Cleveland.
That was the first time when Aaron started booking the In Hot Water Live. One of the first ones we did, we went to Cleveland, and we're at a baseball game. A fan left us tickets, and fucking Larry, I'm sitting next to Aaron, and he goes, Larry's in Cleveland. I'm like, text him to come by the show.
Oh my God.
So he texted me. He's like, he comes by the show. And, it's like everything works out for me. And it just looks like, and of course, Larry's on the show. He did a drop by. And, it's another moment. We're like,
And we're
so cool.
And we had a
Larry's
great
killing it.
night. And let me tell you something. That's
Yes,
when
J. Nate, Aaron, and I suck at pronouns.
I knew somebody was
always
gonna call him
fuck
on that.
up. I do.
I'm
J.
so
Nate.
glad you called him on
J.
that.
Nate, I always fuck that up.
Because
Always
he
call me.
always
Yeah.
called people on his adverbs.
I do. I always get
He
people on
do.
He
adverbs.
do. We are so corny, Larry. Fuck. I love it. I love it.
Steve is missing this.
I love Steve.
too.
I miss you, Steve.
Hold on. Is Steve dead because he killed a bunch of mice and it's the payback from the universe?
Karma?
What?
It must have been. Yeah.
I don't understand. What is it?
Oh my God, Garrett, look who's in here between Douchey Nazi and Gabe.
What?
We have the
Who's
best.
Jimmy Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
Jimmy.
Oh, James Swatchman. Ah.
Yes,
James.
he thinks I'm evil and possessed. By the way, fucking Schwartzman, a Mets fan, fucking Juan Soto, man.
One dollar sign.
Signed with the Mets for a shit ton of money, right?
Garrett, what do
I
you
thought
think
the
about that?
Dodgers.
No, I'll bring it up while you're talking. I know he did. I'm just going to type 8 letters, SOTO space METS.
Ooh.
Mets jersey.
News.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Juan Soto signs 15-year, $765 million deal with the Mets.
Now here's
Wow.
why that's bad. Here's why that's bad.
Okay.
Because we all know the Mets are the Mets. Now
They are. I checked.
Can you bring Garrett and them back? Now,
right here.
We all know.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you were reading me.
We all know that Juan Soto is a good player. However, is he a good fieldman? No. Is he all he is a hitter? Nothing else in baseball does Juan Soto do well.
He
Now-
was on the Padres for a while. He was a fielder, right?
Right, but
Yeah.
every time somebody comes from another place, you saw him with the Yankees this year.
Like
What?
Africa,
Oh my God, that's where we came from. But
Italy.
and then the thing,
Found the way.
it's like Tourette syndrome, and you just
Mhm.
got to deal with it. I was in LA with a guy with Tourette's. All he said all day long was nigger, 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 and he could not control himself. And his mom was always like,
I got to remember that. This nigga, I have Tourette's.
Yeah,
So anyway,
you
nigga.
gotta say it. You gotta, and we were in the post office, and I'm in the post office, and I just hear this
Let's
kid.
go to a Knicks game
I-
tonight, and I'm going to
I-
sit next to you, and I'm going to be like,
Because they're
"Hey,
supposed to say
nigger
all the
people,
stuff
I have
that's
Tourette's."
forbidden. That
Yeah.
comes first to their mind. It's what's forbidden.
Right. And so
Mhm.
I'm in the post office, and all I hear is nigger, 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 foul, nigger, nigger, nigger. And I'm like, I'm just trying to figure out where's that sound coming from, because I'm not making out the sound right. And it's this little kid. He has to be
Oh,
no more than
God.
like 15 years old. He had Tourette syndrome. So now,
That has to be a
Is
horrible life, honestly.
what he said,
I had Tourette's when I was 15.
I
I'll
think
tell
that's
you
what
that.
I
tell.
do believe something happened to Geno. A nigger smacked him in the back.
That's what Pat Dixon is. That's what he is.
So what does this have to do with Juan Soto?
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, didn't he sign with the Mets?
Thank you. And here's why this is bad. Because Juan Soto,
I can't
to me,
stand it.
Juan Soto is not the complete package. But you sign him for $765 million. What do teams do? They get that one player, and then the fan base is upset for years because they can't get anybody new in. Not to say that the Mets pockets
Middle
aren't
relievers. They can't afford middle
Yeah,
relievers,
that's-
which is what you need.
exact. That's why I'm not saying that the Cohen's pockets aren't that deep. What I'm saying is that they're not going to go spend other millions over these next 15 years. So he's going to be stuck with the Mets for the next 15 years. Now here's an opportunity for him, because the Mets played good baseball last year. It's just
Beat the Phillies.
they play good baseball. They play scrappy baseball. They play playoff baseball at times during the year, winning 1-0 games, winning
Especially
games.
in the playoffs against
Winning-
the Phillies.
Yeah, winning games by 1 point to 2 points. That's baseball.
Runs.
You got to still have some other pieces in order to win championships. That's why the Dodgers, I don't know, whatever system the Dodgers is on, it's winning.
Okay. Why?
All right, good.
Because the Dodgers, I think they spread it around. I do think that when you look at their fielding, and the fans know more than me, so please talk when y'all know baseball. I think the Dodgers is a more complete team than some of these other teams. You know, definitely the Yankees. I'm a Yankee fan, but oh my God, where are the middle relievers? Where are the
You should
pitchers?
come to a game with us when it's warmer outside. We went to Mets and Yankees game, and it was
Yeah,
the
Shea
best
Stadium.
time.
Yeah,
Oh my
had
God,
two
it was
home runs in that game. Are we talking about a
It
different
was
one?
it was incredible. The whole stadium was looking at us, not at the game. We were a spectacle.
Jim
It
Stansel
was-
pushed me over the seats.
I got blamed for
It was
You
a
gotta
whole
do something.
drama.
Yeah.
People screaming inappropriate words. Garrett gassing it up. Me
Garrett was
apologizing to
gassing it
everyone.
up. What'd he say?
Oh,
I think it was the day after we got fired, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
we were
was like-
drunk. Yeah.
The day
that
I got
weird week.
acquitted in court, I went to a Yankees game, so I get it. It's
Ooh.
a celebration.
Complete segue, but who do you guys think is going to win this Super Bowl?
Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hold on one sec. Not the Chargers, and I was right again, Garrett. They did it again.
What they
Fuck
do?
you, Garrett. They did it again.
What they do?
We talked about it. They don't think they can beat. They'll never beat a good team.
Elaborate.
They'll never beat a good team.
They lost to a
lost
last
What about the
second field,
Chargers?
a 1 second to go field goal that hit off the upright.
and it went in. It doinked in. By the way, and for I'll say for a full 3.5 hours, I'm really going to try for Garrett and Steve, because you can't write it. The last 15 minutes of the early games, literally, I think within 4 seconds, the Saints had a ridiculous fumble, and I'm like, Giants are going to fucking pull this off. And then a minute later, fucking Rodgers leads them to the go-ahead field goal, and the Giants and Jets, it's a nightmare. Like, the Jets are like, okay, make sure you really let this guy run this kick all the way back. Otherwise, we'll win. Otherwise, we'll win.
Or just kick it in bounds, just make sure he has room to catch it.
Well,
Why
that's
not
the
just
other thing.
kick it out of
Did
the
you
end
see-
zone?
Can you explain to me Did you see the kick off by the Charger? Dick, I love him. Dicker the kicker. After the Chargers went up 17-16, his kickoff was a line drive that nearly hit the fucking lineman 5 feet away in the head. He hit the ball too, and fucking Harbaugh, who I love, goes, yeah, it's a rare thing. He just hit the ball too high on the kickoff. What? Wait. That's the Chargers. You can't have.
What about the Chiefs?
Okay,
They won.
now here's about the Chiefs.
When
I
is
believe-
Lubi into football?
I just need to know, is Taylor Swift going to have
right.
another
That's what I
moment?
thought she was going with that. I knew she was going with that. I knew. I was well ahead of you. I knew you were going to say that.
I had this argument with my friends today, and I'm like, you guys are going to see they're going to win again, and she's going to have the moment on the field, and the whole world is going to talk about them, and then he's going to propose. So that's what I'm.
I wanted her to sing at halftime, but I forget who's singing at halftime this year. Someone said, Jay Nate said the Chiefs haven't lost a one.
Beyonce.
In like
I
5
thought it
years.
was Kendrick
They've won
Lamar.
And Beyonce.
their
I
last
think.
12
I think.
games have been 1-score games or something. Am I right?
But we'll know. But Garrett, I want to know your opinion on who's going to win the Super Bowl or even go.
Maybe the Bills.
After that fucking flop against after they didn't ram up. Well, the Rams rammed up.
I know, but like Josh Allen's just
Ram
like
it.
seems to be like the guy this season. The Bill team isn't even that good, and they just keep winning. And I know they lost yesterday, but yeah, I could see the Bills, giving the Chiefs trouble. Like, who else is going to give the Chiefs trouble?
Is Jay-Z performing at halftime?
No, I think it's
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar and
With this
Beyonce.
drama now, with the allegations,
Yeah,
this
so
is
did you hear
wild.
about that?
Did you see that Beyonce's mother liked the post on Instagram that says that Jay-Z was accused by P. Diddy, yada, yada? It's like bad news, and she liked it. So the world is exploding. Like, why would she do it? I think it's like just old.
Talk about it.
So
I think it's like old people just scrolling, and she liked it by mistake. But there was a post that officially announced that Jay-Z has been sued, and Beyonce's mom liked it. That is weird.
So they're being accused of P. Diddy and Jay-Z of having
We know the word.
forced sex with a 13-year-old.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that happened because I remember when the Jay-Z's tour, what was the fucking name of the tour? I'll come back to it. It was one of his earlier tours. It was at Madison Square Garden. And I remember after the concert was over, Fade the Black tour. I remember after the concert was over, a van pulled up at the back door, and a big van pulled up, and all the girls, groupies and everything, and they were like, a guy opened the door. He said, "Do not get in this van if you are not fucking." That's what he told the girls.
Yeah.
I thought that would have deterred any girl from going up to there. Every girl I was with in there raced and got in that van. That's how groupies are. That was my first, before I moved to Hollywood, understanding what groupies are. And then when I got to Hollywood and I was going to parties where the Olsen twins were at, I was going to parties where Miley Cyrus was at, I was going to parties where Macaulay Culkin was at, I was going to party where children were at parties, partying. I'm not saying what they were doing. I'm just saying, because it's not on me to tell you what they were doing. But the thing is that partying, I moved back to the East Coast to detox from Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because I know the environment of Hollywood. So when you
So
say
why do you say they didn't do it then?
Because I would say no one has to force these groupies to do anything.
It's not a groupie. She was 13.
She was underage.
Listen what I'm telling you. In Hollywood, and that's why I brought up the point about the Olsen twins and all these young people.
But you're still saying
I'm saying they probably did it. I'm not saying they didn't do it. I was saying the force part of it.
Why? I think it.
That's the least. That's the least of the problem.
I think it has to be.
But here's why: the regular rules that apply to the rest of the world does not apply to Hollywood.
Rules for thee and not for me, Ethan Hirschfeld.
That is just how Hollywood is. If anybody gets appalled by anything that they read in Hollywood, then I'll say you've never lived in Hollywood. Because inside of Hollywood, that's standard operating
The question,
procedure.
the question is why now?
Now you
You
say
have
it's
P. Diddy
wrong.
first, and then you have Jay-Z, who was an untouchable god. Like, why now? Who's bothered by something? Because this has been going on forever.
Thank
It's gonna keep happening. All the sick stuff that we don't know. Like, Larry's right. OJ was in it. He was. He was.
said that
God
on
bless his
Tubi.
soul. And just read his book.
But
But
say
the
that,
thing is,
Lubi,
like,
go ahead.
why are we talking about it now? Why are
Right.
it's weird?
No, it's not
Because
because
the
P.
puppet-
Diddy's on trial.
Why
No,
even P.
because the
Diddy?
puppet
Why?
masters-
Why?
Because the puppet masters that be act like they're releasing something that's shocking news to now. Who didn't know about all of this stuff?
You
This
kind
stuff
of
goes
assume
on
it. We all
every
assume
single
it.
day. But
Most
people,
people.
right? But the regular people, so they time release all of these, like what Lubi is pointing to. They time release all these articles when they want to distract you from what's going on. Donald Trump was distracted his whole presidency about chicks he fucked, about who he paid hush money off to. And here's a person who's supposed to be negotiating tariffs, negotiating debt. But no, they don't want you to talk about that. They want to talk about, did he pay Stormy Daniels? Did he do? Of course he paid Stormy. Of course there was hush money. But why are we talking about it now? Is what Lubi is saying. And that's the point everybody should want. Not
tricky.
if they did it. Why are we talking about it now?
Because two very famous people raped a 13-year-old.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? You went already to they did it. I'm not saying they didn't do it or did do it. I can neither confirm nor deny it. I've met Jay-Z a few times. I can't confirm or deny what he would do outside of my presence. All I'm saying is that it
happens
happened
all the
in
time.
Hollywood.
Yeah. So
A long time ago in Hollywood.
It's a disgusting cesspool. It's weird.
You guess what they did to Shirley Temple? Guess what they did to a lot of stars that
They turned her into a drink.
Oh my God! What's the girl that was Anthony Bourdain's girlfriend?
Asia
Oh my God.
Argento.
Huh?
Asia Argento is one of the worst women out there.
Talk
What
about it. Oh yeah,
a
she is
psycho.
because of what she was about.
Her and you have like Meghan Markle, Jada Pinkett Smith, what's Johnny's Amber Heard, and Asia Argento right there. She's in my top 5 of like very insane, narcissistic, manipulative psychos who've done bad things. And
that's
he
Hollywood.
basically ended his life because of her, because of the whole scandal. And on top of everything, she cheated on him.
Yeah.
And he was with an underage boy, and then he paid the money to that boy. And then as soon as that came out, he was like, I'm out.
Now wait.
Covered
So
in
Garrett,
ink, by the way.
Garrett, peep this. You just said, and rightfully so, if this happened, 2 adult men raped a 13-year-old. Rightfully so. I think that's the right category to put it on, whether she was with it or not.
Kiki.
But Lubi just said something. This woman was caught with an underage boy.
In
What
bed.
I'm saying is that's standard operating procedure. Look at Demi Moore kissing that little boy in the mouth and everything. That's Hollywood. Let me tell you something. I did so much. That is Hollywood. And it's been Hollywood before we were even born. I'm 56 years old.
But that doesn't make it right.
It's never going to be right. It makes
maybe
it
we
Hollywood.
If we expose it, then it'll fix it.
Hold on.
Or change
Is this a downfall of Hollywood that we're witnessing right now?
No, Hollywood is not going anywhere. You know why? Because
I disagree.
Yeah,
because
same with me.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I worked in Hollywood.
It might change its form, but the way it's now, it's just not going to
what
last.
they're doing now is
There's
they're
something
cleaning
in the
house.
air.
What they're doing now is cleaning house. And here's the racist joke. Come on.
I'm reading the chat.
Okay.
Beverly wrote, "The fuck is wrong with this guy?" And fucking Justice for Garrett wrote, "He's black," right underneath it.
Okay, the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Here we go.
Here's what I'm saying.
I didn't say
If you
anything.
never lived in Hollywood or was a part of Hollywood, then you're a spectator to what goes on through the screen and the media. If you actually lived there and worked there, you see everybody is on the take.
I don't even work in New York right now.
So take them all down.
Wait a minute.
Right.
I'm like,
But
why
that-
is it just like,
listen,
oh, well, everyone's doing
Harvey
this, so it's fine.
Weinstein.
Never heard.
Harvey
He'll be
Weinstein
fine. He's gonna make
was
more
one
movies.
of the biggest. And now look, he's back.
He's
Harvey
back.
Weinstein was responsible for
What do you mean
Bad
he's back?
Santa.
They're already like talking favorably about him.
Harvey
What?
Weinstein is back in the respect that Hollywood is a producer's town.
Yeah.
Hollywood's you could talk about why it's called a producer's town, because production, people who put money together for productions run Hollywood. People like Harvey Weinstein, big players, they're the ones. Why do you think? Do you know what went on at the Playboy Mansion? I've been to the Playboy Mansion twice. Do you know what went on at the Playboy Mansion alone? Hugh Hefner was a god to people. But if Hugh Hefner was around today, do you know how many lawsuits would be coming at Hugh Hefner? But nobody said anything when everybody was wearing the Playboy bunny hats. Nobody was saying anything when everybody's doing whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Don't put regular lame society's rules on Hollywood because Hollywood
But
is
it's
not
all
like
fine.
that.
Like the Playboy parties are fine because everyone's most likely overage.
Okay, you think that. You think that.
Well, then if they're not, then go after them. But like you can't excuse it just because that's what everyone does.
To get what though? To get okay, what's the end game? You go after this person, this person, this person. How is it not next man up in Hollywood? How is that not next? When
everyone if the next CEO of a healthcare company got shot, the other CEOs would start like paying attention. So if you start arresting more and more people,
Did you see the guy who did it? 6-pack Ivy League graduate.
Oh yeah.
Now look at what Lubi did.
He looks like a model. He
Could
literally
he still get it though,
looks like a
Lubi?
model.
Lubi, can he still get it though?
Oh, he's gonna the documentary about him and the female fans that he's gonna have, the letters that he will receive. I mean, this guy is
Garrett?
Very good looking.
See? People make excuses.
Killer looked.
There was a guy who killed somebody or whatever, and all the women started writing him in prison and everything like that.
That's everybody.
That's human nature.
Brothers.
Look up his picture.
Bundy.
Look. Yeah, his picture without a shirt, with his 6-pack and his muscles and a pretty face.
we don't need to
and
look it up.
It's like the guy looks insane, but some obvious, mental health issues. You can tell like something's off.
You know who didn't get arrested today or didn't go to jail? Daniel Penny.
That happened too.
Good.
Yeah, good, right?
We were talking about it on In Hot Water earlier, and I showed the picture. Like they show a picture of him. They're like, and the pic. It's like we couldn't think of the guy. I forgot it again. The kid in St. Louis, the brown kid. They show. I don't mean the brown colored kid, although he was Michael Brown. Whatever.
Michael Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, they show the picture of this fucking guy. They don't show him cracked out. They don't show the guy that literally yelled on the subway, "I'm hungry and thirsty. I don't care if I go to jail again. I'll kill someone." They're like, this is him in 2009 when he looked like a woman. He had flawless skin. It's like, no. And then people are like, oh, this is oh my God. And I checked. Here's great news. He's still fucking dead. That homeless psycho whose parents didn't give enough a fuck about him to keep an eye on was like, oh, we're so worried. Well, why don't you go to the grave and fucking regret all the shit you didn't do because your son is still, and I Googled doornail. He's fucking dead. Thank fucking God.
I want to say
Tell
this.
him to say hi to your parents, Gino.
I want everybody to go back and watch this again and watch how Lubi and Garrett's head move in unison when Geno said he's dead. They were like, okay,
he's dead.
Now, but here's the deal.
He's dead. You don't want him to be
But
dead.
here's the deal. He was fucking with a Marine. And like I said earlier, a Marine is a whole different bag.
Yeah, it was a different. It was a dip.
As a whole.
complete
I say that about
disbalance.
the Lubi all the time. Lubi is a whole.
I am.
Wait
Wait a minute.
What he did.
I'm here with random questions, so I apologize. But I do have to ask one more thing that has nothing to do with this. Gino, have you become a TikTok star yet? What happened with that job?
I didn't take it. I did not take the TikTok gig.
You didn't take the TikTok?
They wanted me to work. They literally were like, yeah, it's 8 hours a day for $16 an hour. And it's not, it's 8 hours on camera. It's 2-3 hour shifts on camera. I'm like, no.
That's $100 job. $100 per hour.
Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's like, don't get me wrong.
Minimum.
It was fun on the audition, but I'm like, if I just fucking work at booking one gig, you know what I mean? If I wasn't a lazy fuck, and we know I am, Like, how many gigs could I book if I really focused like 4 hours, let alone 8? It's like I wouldn't like me.
If anyone would have done it, it would have been you, by the way.
Yeah.
Garrett, what is Beverly saying? Because I think she said something interesting.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm trying
So
to
what
check
Geno
it.
was talking about was he got offered some job to talk at TikTok studios for what, 2 hours a day?
No, three straight hours, twice a day, trying to sell pillows and maybe luggage. Yeah. And it's like, I mean,
what were they?
I'm still not sure I should have turned it down, Garrett and Luby. I swear to God, I still don't know.
Was it TikTok pillows?
No, it was no. It
Geno, the new pillow guy.
It was some fucking fancy pillow on TikTok.
Does this have nothing to do with TikTok? It's just some company that tries
TikTok.
to. So hold on. I understand that the video goes on TikTok,
right?
But is it just some production company that's like, we want to make videos for TikTok and have people sell shit?
Those are the.
Or is it actually TikTok?
That's
it's not the company TikTok.
Temu. It's people like Temu.
I'm sorry, Luby. I talked over you. What'd you say?
It's brands like Temu that sell very cheap stuff. So you have to present them all the time because that's how they get sold. Have you seen that Japanese lady doing presentations in 2 seconds? It is wild. They're very good at it, and there's a whole machinery behind it, and they sell a lot. It's insane. It's insane. She does this like it presents different things in seconds. It's magic.
Keanu says, I don't understand. I could sit at home and do that myself on TikTok.
She would have killed him.
God bless Keanu. I know Keanu is going to heaven, first ballot.
Yeah, but I would have to wait till 1 o'clock when you're awake.
See, that's the devil. That's the devil, Keanu.
She's not going to yell at me?
That's the devil. That's the devil.
That's a joke. We usually stay up till 4 watching bad TV.
I'm trying to find these 2-second.
You guys are a real married couple now.
Oh,
thank you, cute. Bob, fan of Patrice.
Bob, fan of Patrice, you're cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys.
Larry, I put Larry's GoFundMe in the chat. I hope no one minds if anyone wants to pin that. There you go.
I'm gonna live because of you guys. Thank you.
Damn it.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Bob.
So
what do you think about Daniel Penny going to a bar after his thing and celebrating?
I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Why
I don't
shouldn't
get
he?
it.
See, people make too much of an issue out of anything. Like, oh, he went to a bar, he tied his shoes. He was supposed to be doing what he's supposed to be doing. Celebrating that he didn't have to spend the rest of his life in jail. And his friends were there like they should have been to welcome him home. Now, whether you're on the left side or the right side of this issue or whatever, it doesn't matter.
He seems uncomfortable, though. He seems
when
uncomfortable.
You have friends, this is what friends do.
Happened probably on day one, but the point thing is,
he doesn't like it. He doesn't. I think he's regretting being there. He effed up.
You did kill a guy, no matter if it's justified or not.
Garrett,
so do you go out and celebrate it and be all smiles at a bar?
I gotta tell you this, Garrett, because when you're a military person, killing somebody is not like a regular person feeling about killing somebody. They train you to kill without emotion. That's what he did. And the next emotion is I go to a bar and celebrate not being in jail for the rest of my life.
I agree. I'm sorry. If that's any of us, I think we go to a bar and celebrate not going to jail.
He said he should have went on a subway ride.
People are horrible, man. I mean, still somebody lost their life. It is a little hard, I wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe at home I would have something with my family just because you want to celebrate it. You will be spending time with your family. So you want to acknowledge it that, everything turned out well. But like bars, Christmas time, decorations. But as you can see in the video, he does look uncomfortable. Am I crazy? He doesn't.
A little bit.
He's not doing like woo.
He is consistent.
It's all odd. It's all odd.
What I expect a military guy to do after you kill somebody. It's not a thing. It's not. It's like
a
killing
flat line.
a fly. It's like killing. That's what they train you. That's the gig. So when people say thank you for your service, that's what you're thanking us for. You're thanking us for to have the ability that regular civilians can't do or won't do, and to have a judgment about it as a civilian, to me, is really ill-placed. Because you haven't gone through that mentality of a Marine. A Marine doesn't have what we have, the sensibilities.
Imagine a Marine in Hollywood. No feelings. That guy.
Oh.
I like how Larry just puts people in these groups
in New York City. If I had to kill somebody in New York City, I would probably go get lunch afterwards. Because I'm desensitized to killing.
Please kill me, Larry.
I'm desensitized, but I love people. But if it came down to me protecting somebody or protecting myself, I'm not going to sulk about it like, oh, a life was taken. That's just how shit is.
Wow.
Black dudes, mic is too loud. My mic is too loud.
I lowered it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for telling us that too.
They're probably messing.
I don't think it was the mic. I think it was me.
No, I think they're messing with us. You sound fine.
I think it's a little calm, man. A little calm. I think you're good.
Well, the other side had their say too. Might as well hear them out.
What's the other side?
BLM. Barry laid him.
I mean, understandable.
Beyah Larry Mondays.
Beyah Larry Mondays had their say.
What did they say?
Want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud?
Us?
How about we
We're
do
still
the same
living.
when they attempt to oppress us?
Why is it so low? Is that just me?
Yeah.
We need some black.
I don't know. I might be doing something wrong.
No, it's too many of us, so I think like it's just buffering because there's too many things happening. But this is everything.
That's
The
missing
whole
up the lip
conversation.
says, say it, Geno. Believe you me, I'm thinking of it, but I don't want to scream an N-bomb when he points out his fucked up kid or whoever he's related to him in any way had 40 plus arrests. Had 40 plus arrests. At some point, you have to say the system doesn't work. And when you're saying, imagine you're on the subway train and this meaty-titted fucking failure isn't there with the rest of his fucking posse that if they probably didn't vote Biden because they ain't black and they fucking belittle everyone of fucking color that is worth their salt and Larry. But that piece of shit doesn't realize, imagine you're on the subway and they're like, the guy's freaking out and they're like, he's had 40 plus arrests. You'd shit your pants and say, choke that fucker. Choke that fucker.
I just think that I think that it's a lot of what Geno is saying too, but it's a lot of also that's the world. I'm so appalled that how soft
Geno's so positive.
How soft the world.
I'm appalled. No, I'm actually appalled that there's no more regulations on trains. None of this should happen to begin with.
Right.
Trains are unsafe. People are hungry. People are having mental issues, problems, and it's all out there all the time. So it just something like this was inevitable because there's just too much going on and there's no supervision. There's nothing, and there you go. You all collided in a horrible event.
They let people start to live on the subways.
Yeah.
Remember during the pandemic? Oh my God, people had their clothes lined up on the
subway. I could have back. Yeah.
Right. But here's the deal. Remember, defund the police. Remember, don't say nothing. Remember, send in the social workers. That's what they did. They set us up for all of this.
Mostly peaceful protest.
And when a Marine or anybody in the military comes upon that, it's going to be a different situation. I'm telling you, because we are built to solve that situation. If somebody is doing something, a Marine does not think like a regular person thinks. He thinks to kill. He doesn't think to hurt or maim or whatever. That's a killer.
He didn't try to kill the guy, though.
Huh?
He didn't try to kill the guy. He just tried to subdue him.
You see that chokehold he put him in?
Yeah.
We know you can kill somebody with that chokehold. Like that's how you're trained. That's how you're trained. That's the inside baseball. We know what that choke will do if you don't stop.
I find it hard to believe that he's on a train.
Marine would kill somebody?
No, that he's on a train with other people around and he's choking the guy, and then if he passes out and he's still choking him hard to try to kill him, like people will be like, get the fuck off of him. But that's not what happened. He just like subdued him and things went wrong.
Yeah. And that's
but it wasn't, he didn't really kill him though.
I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. All I know is the reports. Well, and I don't know if y'all probably saw the video. All I'm saying is that I'm not surprised that the guy is dead dealing with the Marine. That's all I'm gonna say.
So are you saying the jury got it wrong and he did kill him, and that's why he's happy that he's out?
I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he was
free. Still alive when the police got their old white.
I'm glad.
News are on fire, honestly. Like whatever you're reading lately, it's just like insanity. This the CEO thing, the whole Jay-Z thing. I mean, if we are ending 2024 like this, what the F are we supposed to expect?
Because they're setting it up to do this again to Donald Trump. They're setting it up. Donald Trump, to me, of all the presidents, he had the shittiest go as a president from his support from others. They distracted the world because Donald Trump was president. And he's about to become president again. And they want to make sure that, hey, let's focus on all of this stuff. Because when he comes in, heads are going to roll. A lot of things are going to happen. They tried to shoot the man twice.
I don't buy your whole conspiracy that just people leak out these stories to distract people.
Okay. And you shouldn't. If you're not
those
there
stories
yet,
originate like on Twitter, just out of nowhere. You know, it's not like there's someone that's setting it up and leaking these things.
I know people who still believe that Lee Harvey Oswald shot President Kennedy. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people who still believe that narrative. But it's clear that
it was Frankie McDonald.
It was Frankie McDonald.
He did it in a lobby in Queens.
Exactly.
That's what's even crazier.
And he danced him to death. But the thing is that I'm fine with people who believe that 9/11 happened because there was some terrorists over in Afghanistan that came over and took a simulated flight course.
They never learned how to land.
And stole 4 planes and did all of that and did a 180-degree turn into the Pentagon. I'm fine if you believe that, because I'm not going to stop you from believing that horse shit. I'm fine with people who believe that the pandemic actually came from a wet market in Wuhan. I'm fine with people who believe that horse shit too. So whatever people believe or don't believe, I'm not going to be the one to change your mind about it, because we all have a right to look at it from our slice of life. I used to think OJ was innocent until Anthony Cumia told me, nigga, please. And he
great source you're using there. Great source.
And I remember when Anthony said that, and I'm like, man, Anthony was, I was like, why would he say it like that? Because like we were just talking about earlier, if you don't know what nigga please mean, nigga please is the same as get the fuck out of here. When somebody says nigga please, that's what they're saying to you. Get the fuck out of here. That's the synonym or subtext to nigga please. And when Anthony said that to me, I went back and looked at that whole case again. And I saw exactly how that motherfucker did it. So what I'm saying to you is I believed a certain way that I was dead wrong about. And I will admit it. And to somebody told me, hey, and I was like, nah. And then I said, this motherfucker did it. This motherfucker did it. And I was like, shit, I'm the main one who was saying he didn't do it. Fuck out of here. Nigga, please.
What made you think he didn't do it?
Because
who do you think it was?
Here's what I thought. I didn't look at the case. I listened to what the media told me, the rabbit hole that they sent me down. And then I when Anthony.
I thought they sent you down.
But was it the media? Like he definitely did it.
No, let me tell you something. I bought into the circus that was put around him, the dream team of lawyers who I told, just like the Sistine Chapel, they all came in with their unique fresco of what they were going to deal with. They didn't deal with the whole case. Everybody had a little slice of the case to deal with. And Johnny Cochran, like a magician, made people believe because he couldn't fit those gloves. Well, he couldn't have done it. But they didn't tell you that they put plastic gloves up under the gloves. They put the gloves on. Who does that? Who does
Cat
that?
feeder.
I mean,
Don't-
that guy's smart.
Don't you
So-
think it was just
He did it.
the same county or state at least that had the Rodney King thing, and the jury was just like, this is revenge for Rodney King? Like we're letting
Somebody
one
can
of
say that. I don't know. I
Yeah.
wasn't there in their mind.
Who
What do
knows?
you
Who
think, Lubi?
knows? Who knows what their games are? We don't
Yeah.
know what's behind the scenes. Who owes to whom? Who needs to fall for what? There's always perfect timing for certain events. We've noticed. So this worked for someone at that moment.
When I
And
see
the
people
point
like,
is, yeah, it was
when I see
obvious
people like
that
Anderson Cooper and Don Lemon and all those puppets on the left side, and when I say, wait a minute, you know this is wrong. You know that, but it's like, who's paying you to say this? Who's paying you to tell everybody stay in their houses? Meanwhile, the wealthy, we're in Greenwich, Connecticut, we're out every day. The wealthy over in San Francisco and Pacific Heights, they're out every day. So wait a minute, this is not this is a class thing. The
yeah.
upper
Remember
class-
Gavin Newsom at the French Laundry?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
brought that up earlier with him. That's the
Exactly.
first thing I think of too, Luby.
Oh my God.
Every time.
Come on. This is a class thing.
In
Those
parts
people
in the-
are telling people this is how we want you guys to be, but we 1%ers are going to control it. Now, Garrett, I know what you're saying. It's too conspiracy. However,
Yeah.
have you considered the fact that if you were that wealthy, why
He's not. Why are
What
we doing
would
this?
you do?
why
would
would
you
you do that? If I was that wealthy and I had the opportunity to do exactly what they're doing, I would be doing what Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton
But
have
it's
done.
how it's been done since the beginning of time.
Why?
It's nothing new.
You're a good person. Why would you all of a sudden change your moral
Because when you
insides?
here's why. Because I wouldn't be the good person that I am because of the slice of life that I come from. I would come from that part of life. I used to love the Queen of England. I to her death. I
Yeah,
love.
Like
Listen.
Jay-Z didn't come from that part of life.
We don't know that happened. This is
But
allegedly.
he sold to the devil,
Or-
Garrett.
This is allegedly. But we don't know all the things that
Or
he-
Harvey Weinstein didn't come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he did.
no, he was just some guy.
But
that
see,
got
that's
famous.
what I'm saying. The deviance of guys that are wealthy is very different. You saw the Kennedys. Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
have our own wealthy I mean, they killed a lady and then covered it up. Who did jail time for that? Who did
No
jail
one.
time for that? Nobody. That's the way of the world. The rich
The way of the
win.
Kennedys.
That the rich win, the wealthy win, and they tell us to stay divided so we don't come together against them. And they do it through the media. They do it through distractions, like Luby's talking about. I just see the hustle, and I acknowledge a hustle. Fuck the Queen. Fuck England.
I think Erock might be joining us. Is Erock coming?
Is he?
I don't know.
JC's coming.
No, I don't see him yet. I actually
no.
wanted to bring up something that I was saving for Erock, but he's not.
You were
Erock is
saving
here?
it for... I hope so.
I love Erock.
Did you see the Simpsons are doing Monday Night Football?
I heard about this, but it's on one of those weird channels.
You probably like Nickelodeon or whatever.
Or is it on ESPN?
Somebody else is doing that
Disney
too.
Plus.
Disney.
Buddies are
Yeah.
joining the Bengals, while Homer and friends team with the Cowboys. With Bart, Homer, and their pals right in the action. Watch The Simpsons Fun Day Football between the Bengals and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Disney Plus and
That's going on right now.
Yeah. How long have they been doing that?
It's the first time ever.
The Simpsons
somebody
Fun
else
Day
did it.
Football in
Stop.
Springfield. Bart and his buddies are joining the Bengals, while Homer and friends.
But like, how do you feel about it? It's like computer Simpsons. You know, it's not the real Simpsons. Why couldn't they do it like the cartoon?
Right.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know.
because they're going to do it. I mean, I'm imagining they're doing it to mirror the play, so they can't really do it cartoon wise.
Oh yeah, they got to do what EA Sports does.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
If they're matching the play.
yeah,
But
but
you know
I don't
what?
know.
I
The
found a
AI
link
can't
to it.
draw the computer to doing that to do
Oh,
that.
check it out, Garrett.
Yeah. Up, your mic went out.
Our private chat. This is the link to it.
Can he
Oh,
do
one
that?
second.
Watch this. I'm looking at it on my TV. Look, we're watching it right now, dude.
17-10 Bengals, second quarter.
I don't even know how to get to the private chat.
Go wait. See where it says comments
Yeah, no, I got it.
on the far. Yeah, you see it. Like, look.
It's on one of these stupid streaming sites, so it's got all the pop-ups.
Somebody said Bartolisa.
Oh, they're
please.
kneeling the. Oh, we put it on just in time to watch Joe Burrow kneel it out at halftime. Jesus Christ! Great timing, Geno.
Yeah. All
Can
right.
you guys see it or no?
Wait, Erock is coming in a minute. Save this for him.
Yeah.
He would like to see it.
So what do you feel about this, Garrett?
Well, first of all, it's like, for kids, so it's not really made for me.
Yeah.
You know, so but I just like, why make it not the Simpsons? I don't know. It just seems weird that they're gonna do this computer generated system Simpsons and have AI draw it like the cartoon. They could do it the same way.
But they're doing it just to draw in kids, like in younger viewers. We all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Anything, whatever easiest. And plus it looks cooler if they're more three-dimensional, I would imagine. So that's why, right?
I guess so. I was just hoping. I think it would look cooler if it was drawn like The Simpsons.
And then probably, I wonder if there's any licensing for the artists. It's so many different technical things when you got to get the artists involved and who actually draws that and everything. Because who actually draws The Simpsons?
The animator.
I think it's a computer now.
Yeah.
Really?
Right now.
I think so. It used to be like South Korea, and then
And what's the lady?
I'm talking on the show.
Is that Erock in your house?
That's Erock
He's saying
stalking
that I'm
Garrett.
talking really loud.
Lee.
You're passionate about a topic.
You see?
Of Simpsons.
Is he right? Oh, no, he's not here.
What was
Yeah, so I don't know.
Koreans.
Like if kids like football, they should just watch football. They don't need
Right.
to.
Yeah.
watch with the
That's just it.
Simpsons.
It's like I don't. It's weird. My dad wasn't into sports at all. Me and Peter got into sports ourselves, like watching it on TV. But other people get into it, watch it with their dad. I've said this before. I always think it's neat. Like a lot of people growing up like the rival because their dad was like a Giants fan, so they became Cowboys fans. Because they were sitting with their dad watching the game, and it was fun to root against the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's neat to see all this dynamic, but this is it now. It's like, no, it's not fast enough. We need to get the kids that like cartoons, that like cartoons. I can't believe I said it wrong.
But what do you think the turnover rate is for that? Like people that aren't football fans, the kids that aren't football fans that watch that and then get into football, or they just
if they get one, it's a win.
I think.
Am I wrong?
I mean, it costs a lot of money to do it.
They're going after the preteens, I believe. So I mean, they're so impressionable. Like today they'll like this, they'll jump into, oh, Bart's doing this or whatever like that. Then they'll go to the school. Did you see the game? Bart did this, Bart did that. It's the same thing as having Taylor Swift at the game. You're trying to draw in that untapped resource that, hey, listen, there's more money out there on the table. Let's get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good point.
Gina, would you like to have a boy or a girl?
If I had a kid,
definitely be a girl.
I'd love to spoil a girl, but I'd probably end up having a boy.
I think
boy.
I think you should,
Am I wrong?
A boy would be
You
better for you so you
boy-oriented?
can do all of your sports.
Yeah. Well, no,
stuff
I'm saying because
with-
there were 2 boys in my family, and my Aunt Olga had 3 boys. It's a boy. We do boys.
You're a boy?
No, but it skips a generation.
Okay.
So really.
All right. I love it.
What about Keanu's family?
Keanu had 2 girls, her and her gay brother.
Keanu.
Okay, so now you gotta have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Don't have any.
And welcome to the show.
Steve has how many? Steve has how many children?
1. Steve has 1 child. And so does our next guest, Eric Nagel. Woo! What's up, E-Rock?
Geno.
Night ever, the best night ever.
Geno, blink twice if you're having a home invasion.
He is having. And he was going to open with that. He was like, "This."
He nailed it. He was ready.
Yeah, he came in prepared. I know he came in prepared with that. I like that.
We done with the Bales Lives Matter stuff? Can we move on to some more fun stuff?
All right.
Whose lives matter?
All right. I don't know. I don't know. My
We were
life.
just talking about CEO murder,
Don't matter to
Erock,
E-Rock.
and how handsome the murderer is.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
internet is all about it.
Yeah, I don't know if he really. I don't know. There's something fishy about all of that.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's
He
your
has,
thoughts?
he has a manifesto. He has a 3-page manifesto.
Yeah.
He's been posting political stuff for past 4 years. He's been known to support people who've done weird political things, like that Unabomber. So
How did he
I
support
mean,
the Unabomber?
like in comments, he would say on social media, like, well, what he did was bad, but type of comments of
Yeah.
like justifying. So there's like evidence is stacking up.
Yeah.
I think
It's,
there's something
Look
that what
at
E-Rock is
him.
saying. There's something more to it.
He's gonna be
it's
such a bitch in jail. Oh my god.
it's a little too
On the
Perfect.
nose.
he's too the whole Ivy League clean cut, all this stuff here does not fit any kind of mental illness profile that goes for a serial killer, an assassin, any of those kind of things. It doesn't check the boxes for a lot of this stuff here. I
Right.
think there's something else at play that he was paid off by something
think-
I
else.
was
think
dating.
that-
I was dating Ivy League people with mental issues. I can tell
He
you.
was
it's a thing.
paid off to do it, or he's paid off to fucking take the rap for.
A little of
Garrett,
both.
make that bigger if you can, so everyone doesn't think it's me. But anyway, go on.
A little of both. You know, because you're watching that footage, like he's hitting the thing, and then it's like he knows the gun's jamming, like he was prepared for this thing to get it going
Right.
again.
Exactly.
He's not an expert for any of this kind of stuff.
It's
even
a
the
veteran
shooting.
gun.
Yeah.
It's not even a real gun. It's a gun that vets use. On big
Because look at it this way: high level billionaire CEO walking in front of a hotel. They're not going to suspect the guy who looks like this. They're not going to stop him through a lot of checkpoints of security in the hotel, around the hotel, anything like that. And so
But he
he's a
wasn't-
guy that you don't suspect.
But he was an
having anything to do with
activist.
this.
He was an activist.
2 years
Stuff,
ago,
stuff is adding up in a sense that he was
2 years
very
ago,
politically
the
driven.
CEO got killed in San Francisco in front of the hotel.
He
Remember?
was. He was.
Yes. And they threw that story out at us too at the same.
But then
about the
look
same
how
amount of
they
time.
found him today. He's at a McDonald's with the gun on him, just ordering a hamburger like it's no big deal. Like he's just holding on to it for a keepsake, a memento.
That's what I thought too. Like he had to get all the way back to Altoona or whatever. Like throw the gun anywhere on your way
That is
home.
so odd. You're absolutely right.
I mean, that's spot on.
He's got it in a bag. He's ordering a number 10, super
Yeah.
size. He sits down to eat, and all of a sudden they just raid him, and he's like, he happens to be right there.
I'll
Somebody
take number
caught
3,
him
like
now.
3 bullets I used. Yeah.
The one of the most surveillanced cities on the planet couldn't track him past that other port authority to leave the state, but somebody recognized him at a McDonald's where in Maryland or something like
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
That's where
Pennsylvania.
they caught him from, an eyewitness.
Yeah,
It's
he's
all
the
bullshit.
old dirty bastard of killers.
I mean, he disappeared. He ran off. All they had was that original footage. Then all of a sudden, some hacker posted online, "Hey, I tracked his e-bike going from the east side of Central Park all the way down to the end of Central Park, and then he hopped on a subway or a cab or something at that point." Yeah, somebody online just happened to figure out he took an e-bike and hacked it and tracked it and posted
Right.
it on Twitter of all places.
Right.
It's way too convenient. You're right.
Yeah.
It's way
True.
too convenient. Yeah.
Remember when there was the subway shooter a few years ago? He
Yep.
didn't kill anyone, but he shot a bunch of
Yep.
times. They
Yeah.
found him too in a McDonald's. So eyewitness saw him at McDonald's, and then they went and arrested him too.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the same thing I said about old dirty bastard. Remember, he was on the run, and they found him at a McDonald's in Philly.
What is going on with McDonald's?
They're in such turmoil right now. They got to do anything to promote and get people
Yeah,
back.
come
in the
here.
places.
It's a
Doing
hate
so
Wow.
terrible. Yeah. But much like a lot of the internet, and I have to be careful how I'm saying this because of where I work. I
You have a
don't
job?
disagree. I don't disagree with a lot of the things being said online about that they're not really that upset that this situation happened. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, they have the highest rejection rate of claims.
Now, not advocating for people to be killed and those kind of things, but if you look at history, these things have to happen in order for serious landmarks of change. in human history, in order for something like this to happen. It happened during the stock market crash in the end of the 20s, in the 1900s. There, what happened? People lost all their money. If they weren't nosediving off of buildings, they were going and up what used to be Fifth Avenue used to be like Millionaire's Row before it became all stores and all that stuff. They were just going and breaking into houses like it was that Daniel Day-Lewis movie, and just killing rich people because, hey, I'm fucked. I have nothing left. You guys have all the money. Well, obviously you're the problem. But like World War I started that way. All these other times when shit gets too lopsided, somebody kills somebody, and then a revolution happens or a big change happens. I'm not saying this is that particular instance, but it could be at one of those fixed points in time where, like, hey, this could lead to other changes. Like you saw how quick, like the next day, every insurance company took down their meet the team pages and their career pages and all that shit was going. And then also financial institutions were going, well, we do business with those insurance companies. Let's take our so now you're getting financial people taking their shit down. And then just if it hits a little too close to home, you'll see the pharmaceutical people taking all their shit down off these websites and all that stuff. You can see where this is leading. Right. And it's something like that, as terrible as that incident was, could lead to change down the line, because that's the only way human history actually gets something done.
And I still understand.
It's going to have to happen one or two more times, though.
Yeah. I still want to understand, because we're so ADD in this country. Next week's Jay-Z and Diddy would take over again.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? We're so ADD that this was good news this week, but we don't know what's coming tomorrow. But I still want to know that in Erock's scenario, which I totally agree with, then who was this shooter in that scenario? Was he a paid patsy like Oswald, or was he really doing it?
Look, it could be something as dumb as maybe he got too sucked into the last several years, the whirlwind of where everybody was picking sides and getting caught up in causes and what have you. It could be that somebody in his family died from insurance or claim rejections, and he's part of a family that might have a fortune or something, and something when that person died fucked up.
He worked for a company that was I think he was helping old people in assisted homes that was paid by insurances. So there was
but that's
that
not
motivated
enough for
him
you
from
to
there.
go that far to go and do something that's now permanently changing his life. Like he has no life anymore, because he'll just be
crazy. He's like
but
somebody with
seeing,
psychological issues.
working at like in hospice or an elderly home and seeing that happen, as terrible as that is not enough to light that fire in you to make you go that next step. It has to be something personal, or now this is the conspiracy thing. This is, he was paid off to do this, to be a patsy for all of this shit, because maybe he's blackmailed. Maybe it's something else that was, we don't know the full story yet. I just don't think the guy goes, hey, I'm going to make a statement and go and kill an executive of an insurance company. There's other shit behind it.
Call me naive. This is the first time that I'm thinking that this is
put that in perspective of all the other stuff, because like I said, Erock, I'm right 100% on what you were saying. The ripple effect, and this thing needs to change or whatever, and the CEOs. But how does this guy tie into that? Because
we don't know yet.
Into the puzzle,
we don't know yet. It will come out. It won't come out directly through who, I don't know. I guess the FBI is in charge of it now because it's interstate stuff. So
we'll never.
It won't come out directly from that, but you'll start seeing sources and other things leaked out. People who went to college with him, people that worked with him in some way, shape, or form, people that knew the family. There might be other things. Look what else happened here too with that CEO. After this incident happened, all of a sudden it's like, hey, do you know a couple days ago they just sold a bunch of stock before an announcement was supposed to happen involving United Healthcare and insurance changes and everything. So that's kind of insider trading, and he made like $120 million from selling that stock. We wouldn't have known that had this thing not happened.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
or we wouldn't have known about it now. It would have been somewhere down the line where it was too far removed, and we'll see some stuff in court, and then it goes away. Like, what's her name? Used to be the Speaker of the House.
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi had all those things with insider trading and all that.
That's
shit,
the
and
rumor now, is that because he mentioned that he worked with her.
Right.
So maybe she needed to create a story to cover up her insider trading.
I mean, we could go. That's all conspiracy stuff. I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep
think
it
about it.
between the lines, you know, of like, this could be more than what we're thinking. Not let's go into full oncoming
first couple
traffic. He
days-
did it because, you know,
The first
whatever.
couple of days of the Trump shooting, we was all over it. Now, what do we know about the shooter that shot Trump? What do
He's
we know?
dead.
What do we care about? Like that's been yesterday's news. You shot a former president in front of everybody, and now that's not even news anymore. Like,
But he was not good looking, Larry. Come on.
okay, that's what it is. That's
Watch
what it
for
is.
that.
Wasn't he allegedly a tranny for like a week, and then they're like, no, that was a bullshit story.
Mhm.
Oh no,
Speaking
we
of
know
tranny-
nothing about that guy.
Speaking of tranny, by the way, Geno's gay. Just in case none of you knew about that.
I thought you were gonna refer to me.
I didn't get a call today telling me that.
It had
so
to be
I
said.
can't believe
No,
you.
no, I just went for the digital billboard to make the point so that I didn't have to.
I've noticed it
It had to
immediately.
be
It's
said, I guess.
beautiful.
And that is Geno right there. That is Geno.
That's why Larry's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Geno just needs the big
Geno's gay.
oversized
oh my God, it
cigars.
wasn't big enough.
Right there.
Yeah.
He just needs the big oversized cigar sticking out of his mouth, and Geno is essentially Humpty Hump.
Don't you look like? Yeah, I was gonna say that's Humpty Hump.
Look at the
Yeah.
lightning bolt.
Great
I
job,
love it.
Erock. That's phenomenal.
He's not
Phenomenal.
using that gimmick anymore, so take it, Geno. Run with it. You got to make money somehow.
Thanks, buddy.
I
There you
love
go.
it. I love it.
Erock, can I pick your nose?
No.
So,
Hold on,
Lubi,
I can't do it.
so you're saying he's handsome?
Can't do it.
Humpty? Yes. Geno? No.
The whole internet is talking about it. It's like that's the only comment that I'm seeing. I'm like, why are we talking about
Yeah,
this?
you're
guy?
gonna start seeing
guy.
like, you know, when what was it, the serial killer documentary that came out on Netflix like 2 years ago that everybody was flaunting over, that he was too good looking in it there, and it sexualized it.
Ted
and,
Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted
thank you.
Bundy, yeah.
The Ted Bundy thing. This is going to be the situation where women are going to be posting online, the guy's hot, sending prison letters when he's not even in prison and all that shit. You're going to see that happen before he even goes to jail. So you're going to witness it all in real time.
Wow.
Who knows? He again, if something happens to him before he's convicted, sentenced, whatever, like a Jack Ruby kind of thing, then you know that this wasn't just him going crazy and seeking vengeance. You know, it's like, oh, this is a bigger story. So they caught him a little too fast, I think, by the way, that they caught him. It wasn't fast enough to get him in Manhattan, but it was fast enough to get him at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania somewhere.
He also left a bottle behind him with his fingerprints. He took off his mask. He did a couple of like very, very rookie mistakes.
Well, but see, I mean, that's commonplace now. We saw that one guy, Garrett. You grew up on Long Island, right?
Yeah.
All right. So remember that what was it? The Gildo Beach killer?
Yeah.
They caught
Dildo,
him.
yes.
Yeah, they caught him because he threw a piece of pizza with some
That's
utensils away in the garbage. They tested and go, hey, that's the guy from 30 years ago that was burying hookers in the sand dunes.
That's
Wait,
absolutely
they
true.
found they caught that guy? I didn't know
Yep.
they caught
Yeah,
him.
he
Oh.
walked out. There was some suspicion that were pointing fingers at this guy. So they just stood out. They were camped outside wherever he was working, and they just followed his day to day. And whenever he threw something in a garbage can, they went, picked it up. They did saliva tests, fingerprints, all that stuff, and then it went back to the old shit. They brought that out of storage. They went through all of that stuff, and they go, "Hey, this matches. We caught the guy."
That's exactly what happened. And he was like a family man who was like a gentle giant, wouldn't harm anyone.
Big giant.
The huge guy who had like
He's a
kids
psycho.
and
Who
wife,
doesn't
and
finish pizza? No one doesn't finish pizza.
that is very
If you
sus.
bad pizza, you finish.
I love that they have all this now, and they're still obsessing on the news. Why did he have Monopoly money in the backpack? I'm like, if you're doing this kind of thing, why not throw shit in there that doesn't make any sense to fuck with them? Because you know your life's over after, once you go and do something like this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
But it's
leave
so-
all this weird shit out there that forever they'll be trying to figure out what it means, and it means actually nothing.
But it's so obvious. Money's worthless. Money's a social construct, and we have ruined the world because of the money. Like it was that. It was
Once I
obvious.
saw
I
Dexter-
can't imagine a guy named Luigi from an Italian family is thinking that batshit left crazy. As
Right.
far as that, this has to be a personal vendetta, or
Or
he
hit.
had to have been blackmailed to do this. Those are my two
Or,
constructs.
or he was a guy called to do the hit. I don't know. It's just it really speaks to a lot of what you're saying, and I just think that like we go through these cycles. Oh, Jeffrey Epstein and that whatever that chick that was with him, and we go through what's just Lane, and then the list of who was there, and then the this, and then the that. We are so on a conveyor belt of cycles in America. If you look at the last few years,
Because it goes so fast.
It goes so fast.
It goes
It's too
so
much.
fast. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, they're distracting us from something." I'm outside every day shooting down drones because they're all over the fucking state right now. But they're like, "That's a distraction from something." Yeah, it is. There's a drone out there hovering over every ounce of this state, and you're like, "I don't know why there's a drone there, but there's a drone there." It's distracting you. It could be just people fucking with you. It could be something. We don't know. It's not that big a deal yet, but it's something. Everything that happens is technically a distraction from the normal way you're living your life. So there can't be a million psyops things happening at the same time. We're just not that clever as a race, as a species, as whatever. It's just shit is moving so fast and reported so fast and documented so fast. That's why it's like there's too many things going on. Yeah, everyone has a phone. That's why we know about everything.
I think there's a lot of things going on, but then there's pointed things that are happening to make people do certain things, and that just has to be put into the canon of everything. It's nothing is just willy-nilly. There's a lot of things that aren't willy-nilly. There's a lot of things.
Nilly, comma, willy.
There are people who have enough power to affect thought. And a lot of people who aren't of that class say, well, why would they do that? I used to hate when a comedian used to always say this, but why would they do that? Why wouldn't they do that? I know why you wouldn't do that, but you're not them. So
no, I'm not.
Larry's here assuming the worst about everybody and saying
because you have to. And
I
I did it before it was cool.
I agree,
did it before the kids were into it.
Yeah.
I didn't like anybody. I didn't trust anything. And I just like even now, I'll talk about this stuff, but I don't do anything about it because why would I and why should I? It doesn't affect me to that extent that I need to get out of my house to go and do something to stop this.
Right.
I'm going to sit back.
Stop it?
Exactly. So I'm going to sit back and I watch all this stuff. I take it in. I make my own, ideas about this, and a lot of it goes, I don't give a fuck. I should. Right. As a caring person, I should, but I don't. So
Alec Baldwin
live my life much easier that way.
I could care less. Alec Baldwin shooting somebody on the set, I could care less. Jay-Z and Diddy with baby oil, I could care less. Harvey Weinstein, I could care less. Giselle and whatever the dude was, I just said, I could care less. Because what are we going to do about it? We are just people who are consuming their product, which is the news. The news has become like a package to sell for ratings, and then
it depends because it's not even the news anymore because you got the network national news is different than the cable national news. The cable national news is different than whoever still reads a fucking newspaper nowadays, or you're paying the $2 a day to read on their website. No, you're not. Or then everything on Twitter there. That's
okay, boomer.
That's one of those fake papers that you give a dog to play with.
Which is why I didn't get vaccinated during the lockdown. Gave all the health information.
Why did you let him in? Why did you let him in the door?
Why?
This was a nice channel that you had once, Garrett. It was nice to have it.
Keep listening to the mainstream cable fucking news network media, which sells fucking lies.
Who you yelling at?
Geno.
That's why Daddy's a fucking pureblood.
Geno.
That's why Daddy sold stickers. That's why Daddy is dancing on the graves of the fuck. I haven't talked for you can all suck a dick. I haven't talked for 20 minutes.
I'm letting you talk.
Sucking out. You're like, quiet the fuck down.
I'm letting you talk.
Your fucking mind?
No.
Jesus, I'm sorry I was right about fucking everything. I'm sorry I can talk as loud as I want. You know what? I should leave. Oh, wait. It's my goddamn apartment. Shut the fuck up one second.
Why don't you could go. You could go into the next room and go on Keanu's show.
As loud as I fucking want, and I'll say 2 more words. You're fucking welcome. Oh, that's a stupid newspaper. No, the New York Times is a cocksucking rag. No, No. iHeartMedia is Erock, you're right. iHeartMedia is a bunch of fucking cocksuckers. It is. They fucking peddle the lies. He didn't say
All right. You
Stop.
know, let me
acting like you know something. I don't act like I know shit. I just end up being right.
I don't act like I know shit because
Gabe,
I
am
don't
I
give
awake
a fuck.
now? Gabe, am I awake now?
That's
I
how
let
Daddy
everyone
do.
talk. I let everyone talk, and the second I hold up a paper, that's a stupid newspaper. Harf, 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 harf.
Stop saying things.
I'm getting a drink, Larry.
Is that Marge?
Stop talking. Stop yapping. Shut up.
You need to shut your
You can't put that in there. That's funny.
Oh,
that was
that's some
E-Rock.
good
That's
O&A
E-Rock, that's
stuff.
funny. All right, your rebuttal, E-Rock.
Gino, there's no
can
reason
no
for him
rebuttal?
to get that upset over
He
this
didn't say
stuff.
anything
None.
bad to Gino. Gino
Not
just
a
started
thing. I
yelling
was
at
trying
people
to
that he
let
made
him
up in his
talk.
mind.
Yeah.
Well, since you played the Simpsons clip, are you watching the Simpsons football game?
Hold on, I'm gonna go log into Keanu's
It's
show
good
and then
to
yell
see
at him
Hot
over
Water's
there.
back.
too.
Ran on, Gino. Doggy 7626 gave $5 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Simpsons live football thing.
Any thoughts about it?
It's interesting. It's I can see what I mean. It has to be delayed because they got to watch the regular game, and then all that information's fed into their system, and then regenerates it for their thing. Yeah, it's fine. Apparently, they've done it before with other franchises and stuff. I think they did like a Toy Story one or a Disney one or something like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's great. It's for me. I'm watching football like a big boy.
Wow. So I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I'm the exception to the rule on this thing here.
Are you going to become a football fan now?
I have been by proxy between family and stuff. You know, I grew up with some family that were Jets fans. I married into families that were Giants fans, and then I have other people that just love the fucking Dolphins for some reason. You know, it's like they're all over the place. So it's just like, all right, cool. I am never going to a football game. I am never bothering with any
You've
of this
never
stuff.
been to a football game?
Because they rape humans and they have weird round teeth. She's
No.
yet to pick the Dolphins in Keeks Peaks.
No, I will. I'm never going to a football game because I see how many breaks it is, and imagine sitting in the stadium just waiting for shit to happen for a 10-second play, and then you're sitting there for another 5 minutes waiting for another 10-second play.
Hold on, though. But
No.
what about the tailgating?
No, I don't want to be around those people either.
Why?
No,
People that love to eat food.
Yeah,
and a lot of it.
I'll look if I have to look. I went to a tailgate for when they had WrestleMania at MetLife.
Yeah.
So they were there. I walked through and they were like, there was free stuff. The other people were selling shit. I'm not playing cornhole. I don't want to interact with people like that. I'll go and
do it again. Do it again.
I'll go over there. Look, they've got, they got bratwurst and stuff cooking. Yeah, I'll go grab one of those. Then I go inside and do what I need to do. I don't want to spend the money to go to a football game because it's expensive. I don't want to spend the money to buy anything at the stadium. And I don't want to sit there for one of the slowest fucking sports of all time. Like I go to hockey once in a while at the Prudential Center. It's fun. It moves. It's fast. You're out in like almost 2 hours, and it's cold all the time. So you're not, you're not dying of heat. So it's fantastic. But baseball got too slow. Football's even worse because it's not just breaks between the play. It's forced television breaks. All that shit that they're doing, and you just see them sitting there. And I'm like, nope, don't want any part of it.
And the players are getting paid off of the TV time now, major dollars, and all of a sudden the fans are the ones suffering because what do we get? What product are you giving us? You're giving us these divas that look like girls running down the street. I'm running down the field with berets and they're celebrating in the end zone. I'm like, we have cheerleaders for that. Why do you have to lead the celebration? Score the touchdown and let the cheerleaders cheer. Now these gay black dudes or these gay players want to be
are you outing yourself?
Celebrating. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it just wasn't like that when we were growing up. And
I disagree. I agree with you.
Boys.
And here's why. Live football is great if you mean watching it on TV. And I agree. Like my buddies are Eagles fans, and I used to hang out with them years ago. And you go to a tailgate, and they did it up right, huge food, all this stuff. But if you're doing it in September, great. October, fine. I don't want to sit there and freeze my balls off. I don't.
But they do.
Right. And that's insane to me when you can sit at home, watch 80 fucking games. And Al Michaels said it years ago, and this is a fact. Football translates to TV better than any other sport. I'll go to a baseball game. I'll sit there with fucking Erock and you guys and fucking Garrett and even Lubi. We've done it. Drink beers in between innings. That's a fun thing in the middle of the summer at night.
Yeah.
Not going to freeze my balls off. And even if it's in the middle of this fucking summer, sit at a football game. All right, it's another TV timeout. All right, there's an instant replay. We can't see it. Football live compared to watching it at home, Beverly, with all due respect, sucks.
It
sucks.
We used to go watch Randall Cunningham play when I was coming up. We used to watch Randall play in Philly, and it was fun watching the game at the stadium. But I would much rather, during that time of year, be at one of the South Philly bars watching it.
We went
See, that I get. Like, if you're into camaraderie and being around other people and sports fans,
which Erock is not.
No, I don't want to be there at all.
Yeah.
But for people who enjoy that and go to, like, I understand going to the bars, going to some of those restaurants that have the million TVs over there, because I see it with the UFC stuff too. Like, I enjoy watching that, but I'm not going to go to the Garden to sit there and watch that either.
No.
I would like to debate Gabe, who says Geno eats old fries at baseball games. That's a lie. They were new fries. They were bought in the past half hour by someone else who left them there.
They're all soaked with that Cheeky and Pete sauce on it, the cheese sauce. Yeah.
We were at a Yankee game hammered, and me and Stancil, I'm like, these look fine to me.
They're just on the floor and the robe in front of them under the seat. It's like, hey, free food. It's just
They were
free
still
floor
warm.
food.
Gabe's a lying piece
It's like
of
that
shit.
old Homer line. Ooh, free floor pie, and he just drops to the floor and eats the pie off the floor. Yeah.
That was with the fucking with the scouts, Ernest Borgnine.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Floor pie.
See, that's how you neutralize Geno. You bring the Simpsons back into where and he calms down.
He does. Oh, when Dixon broke my jaw, I've always said this. I'd send him long threads of messages, and he would just send me a Simpsons like meme, and I'm like, all right, I'm sorry, buddy, I'm relaxed now, I'm calm.
Yeah, he goes on a whole tirade, and then I just send him something like this.
Lubi wanted to
I
chime
tell him
in.
to like.
And that's it.
I have to go.
She's got to pee.
Fine.
I'm sorry. It's
She's gotta
10.
pee.
Now, of
thanks
course.
for hanging out.
First and foremost, I have to wake up at
Lubi,
6. I work early now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I gotta get back to Connecticut.
Where can we see you December 29th, Lubi?
You bet. We're gonna have the best time ever. We're gonna see me and all of y'all at the Geno's birthday comedy show, December 29th.
Comedy Club
At Rodney's Comedy Club,
Dangerfield.
Upper East Side, baby. I'm pretty excited.
Oh my
Love you
God.
guys. Thank you for having me.
Later, Lubi. Thanks for coming by.
Miss you. Bye. Bye, Erock. I
Go
miss
to your neck.
you.
One more time with the neck.
Just for you, Garrett.
Thank you.
I love it.
What was that? Was that an Adam's apple check? What were you doing?
You saw it too?
Yeah,
You saw it too,
that was
buddy.
inside baseball. You missed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That happened earlier in the show.
Gotcha.
That was so funny.
Stupid.
All right. We should probably wrap it up too.
This was great. Good to see you, Erock.
Yeah,
I
thanks for
told
seeing everyone.
Garrett, you got some. You guys got some airtime over at iHeart last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched that clip of you.
You did?
Yeah, about the heroes. We were going to talk about it. It just didn't come up yet, but we still
Oh, it's
might.
fine. Yeah, with your love of now exploring different kinds of sandwiches and stuff, I was like, that's a topic made for me. And then the whole 6-foot party hero thing just brought it right home. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to clip this and play it on my show.
I just had my first Jersey Mikes.
Clean, but it's not.
They were good.
It's okay.
It's okay. You know,
It's better
Subway.
than like Subway, or I don't even think Blimpie's around anymore. But it's like it's
Yeah.
better than all that
Blimpie's
stuff.
good.
But yeah, if you look, we're in the Northeast. There's no reason to go to a Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's or any of those things here. Any quality deli from like Maryland up through Massachusetts, you can get an amazing concoction of Italian meats or cheeses, and if you like a chicken parm thing, if you like stuff with pesto. Yeah,
I tell that's perfectly put here. I tell this story all the time, and I'm sure I'll tell it 1,000 more times. Bob Levy still does, I think. He lived right over the bridge from Philly in Deptford, New Jersey.
Yes.
So you go right over the Commodore Barry Bridge. There was a gas station there. Okay, there was a gas station with a grill on it and we would get gas and cheesesteaks from that grill, and the bread
The best.
fucking as good as fucking anything
Yep.
in Philly. You know, and it's like anytime Jimmy John, I said it the Thursday night at the football show. It's like Jersey Mike's. It's good. It's not Wawa, and it's not anything you get at like a fucking.
You
know,
would take Wawa any day over Jersey Mike.
It's good, but
Wawa,
it's like
or depending where you are in the country, Sheets. If you ever
Yeah,
stop at a
I
Sheetz,
like Sheets.
you just it's all there. You walk in, it's a giant iPad. You poke everything in.
Yep.
You go to the bathroom. You come back 5 minutes later. Your stuff's ready to go. It's fantastic.
You go to the bathroom, you take a Sheets.
Yeah.
Come on, you
Wordplay,
gotta
you
let
know.
me have that.
Give him
Come
that.
on.
Give him that. Joe Dago, what do you think about that one?
Here we go.
Speaking of Philly cheesesteaks, Erock sent us this clip, texted us to Steve and I don't know, last week.
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
This guy.
They're in the Garrett and Steve pose.
No, this guy is like if Frankie McDonald and Michael Gavin Ali had a kid.
Yep.
The guy on the left there.
Here we go.
Sean's cheesesteaks and paninis. I was down vacationing at my favorite place and found this really awesome
Wildwoods
spot.
is his
The
favorite
owner,
place.
Sean, who's born and raised in Philly, recommended trying their scrapple cheesesteak, which was a first for me. And all I can say is that it tasted great. What I loved about their cheesesteaks is that you were getting the perfect balance of meat and cheese in every bite because they were putting 6 slices of Cooper Sharp cheese in there. Here was their
Cheese in
regular
there.
cheesesteak with homemade Cooper cheese sauce added. Just
looks
look
good.
how creamy and delicious that was. 2 of my favorite foods are pepperoni pizza
Are you
and
nuts?
cheesesteaks.
Yeah, we gotta have. Why
so
are
the
you?
pepperoni pizza
This is like
steak
the
was
Ghost
a
of
must
Christmas
try.
Future. Why are you
Meaty,
showing me
cheesy,
this,
saucy.
E-Rock? I
There
can't
was
do
a
anything
lot
about
to
it from
enjoy
here.
about it.
Should I go there? Should I get a cheesesteak? Gretchen!
Their homemade cheesesteak egg rolls were also amazing. Crispy and
They had those
generously
lots of
filled. Overall score I'm going to give is a 9.3. 9.3.
What's the guy that
Such a
does
retouch.
Barstool?
Dave Portnoy.
I love his stuff. Oh my god, that guy is phenomenal.
You know, fucking Fred Rubino is on our. Remember, time he's like he's a piece of shit. A guy works his whole life, builds a pizzeria, sets it up in New York, it starts thriving. Then this asshole walks by, takes one bite, he goes 5.9 and throws it in the garbage. It's like fuck that guy.
I love.
And it's
I love that guy.
Rubino saying it.
I
so
love
it's-
it. Yeah,
There are
it's
so
funny.
many. There are so many pizza places in my area of Jersey that all have a photo with Portnoy on their boxes printed because he came through there. Having that article, having whatever in there, drives people in. I mean, that's the smart thing that Dave. The score means nothing, but having Dave do that to support these places actually does something.
It does. He did a lot.
Yeah. But they put it all over their boxes. It's the big thing on the window as you're walking into that, you know, Portnoy came there to review the pizza. Then where he went a little too far was that he had his own pizza line that went out.
Oh, he did?
It's a frozen pizza that I think it's tied into Walmart or something like that. And it's terrible.
E-Rock started around. Yeah, remember drunk Jimmy would bring frozen pizzas in on Tuesday, and then he'd eat them during the football show. He's like, I brought you pizzas. He put them in the freezer on Tuesday, and then Thursday you'd hear the microwave going in the thing. He'd be like, and he would just walk in eating the pizzas. I thought they were, well, you didn't need them.
That's funny.
Wait, Erock, you tried the Dave Portnoy pizza?
There's like at least 6 places within 20 minutes.
No, I
of
mean the
me.
frozen one.
No.
Yeah, we tried it for the consumer thing.
It wasn't good.
It's no different than any other kind of frozen
Okay.
pizza. You know, if you don't live in an area that has good pizza, then I can see why you're getting Domino's or you're getting frozen DiGiorno's and stuff like that. But this wasn't even it wasn't even Elio's level. You know, and Elio's level is basic Friday in school pizza that you used to get. Yeah.
Wow.
So-
And that's the thing. It's like once you get big and they say, hey, we want to give you a cologne line or a pizza line or what, it's not your thing. It's just we're giving you this money and slapping
a
your
cologne
name on it.
pizza line. So you smell like pizza all day. That's
Yeah.
actually probably better than the frozen pizza. If you had a pizza cologne, that'd be fantastic.
Hilarious.
Gino, you okay?
He's okay.
I was doing any better, I couldn't stand it.
Okay, just making
Take
sure.
another sip.
God, please, I've had enough sips.
He was looking dejected, and I don't want him to feel that way.
No, I was trying to say it away in the chat. I said one thing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm like, now."
Why
know
did
me,
you
guys.
start
Like,
him again?
Now you get. That was mostly for gay bitches. I'm like, all right, now you get it. Now you get it.
Because the chat said, somebody in the chat he said, Geno isn't speaking.
Yeah. The second I open my mouth, I'm talking over everyone. When there's 4 other people in here, I'm leaning back, enjoying my whiskey. Geno's asleep. Fucking, I hold up a newspaper. I'm like, now I'm talking. Now you can't leave. That's all.
Yeah.
Erock pulled a Pat Dixon on you.
What did he do?
Remember when you came in when Chrissy was hosting Anthony's show? And then you weren't supposed to be there, and then you talked one time. You stayed quiet for 20 minutes, talked for a second. He was like, "Oh,
yeah. Oh my God!" And by the way, Erock asked me to be there, and Pat Dixon showed up.
Geno, get loud.
I'm not. Let's get Luke.
The universe works in mysterious ways.
It does.
I mean, but Dixon's killing it. Where is he again?
Oh, living it up, living it up, living it up. God
all
bless.
right."
God
I
bless.
want to thank everyone for stopping by and hanging out with us and filling in for Steve.
I love y'all.
Where is he? What was he doing?
Tennessee.
Yeah, he just had some personal thing. He'll
In Tennessee?
No, I thought you were talking about Pat.
No. I was talking about Steve. All
yeah,
right.
he had something he couldn't do the show today, so I want to thank everyone for coming by.
I do want to say I've enjoyed you ripping off the consumer bit for you guys. You know, you made it a staple on your show. You do need to move off a little bit of the import snacks, because that's what everybody that does food shit online, they'll go like, look at these raspberry Kit Kats we got from Japan. Yes, I went to the Super H Mart as well, or I went to that place and I got the same shit that you did. Oh, look at these things here, raspberry Oreos. Yes, we all got the ones because it has Japanese writing on there. You need to move away from that and try to find the more regional weird shit. Because if you've got listeners all over the place, viewers, whatever, find shit that's regional, not nationally put out. And that's the weird shit that you want to try. Because sometimes you'll get something like, oh, these are crab fries, and you eat them, and there can be the most amazing thing you've ever had, or the most disgusting thing on earth. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? I got, well, I mean, it doesn't fall for regional, but I got the Vlasic cheese balls. So they're pickles. They're pickle flavored cheese balls.
I got them too. I bought them at 7-Eleven a few weekends ago.
Yeah, so we're gonna try that.
If you're a pickle fan, you'll like them.
Eat it on air. Do you eat it on air, Erock?
Yeah, we do a whole separate show called The Consumer on my YouTube channel that we just go through.
Gonna start watching it.
We go through all of that stuff. And
Didn't Dr. Steve just tweet a picture of pickle cotton candy or something?
I'm sure. But he's in that weird area of Tennessee too that might just be.
I'm familiar.
It could be
with
4 other states, and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, someone just sent us moonshine pickles and moonshine cherries.
Let me guess, it's Old Smoky.
Damn it!
Yeah, it's in every major liquor store that you go through, and they're like, "Oh, moonshine," but it's not legally moonshine. It's all flavored. It's know what it is? It's the vodka that went bad, or the cheap shit that nobody wanted, and then like, hey, drop some blueberries in there, and we'll just sell it that way, and that's what they do.
Fake shine.
No, but they also sent something smoky cream or something, some sort of like cream drink that tastes like Bailey's, and that was really good.
It was good?
Yeah. So, but you're right. I was thinking just about the foreign stuff. It's like, why review it when people really can't even find them or have to order them from online? You can't really get them in stores.
Yeah, the regional stuff is definitely the way to go with a lot of those things. Everybody goes to, and there's subscription services. Like, remember what Loot Crate used to be a thing? It was a blind box and you get toys. Now they have that for European snacks you didn't know about. Get snacks from South Korea and Asia that you didn't know about, and they got fucking Hello Kitty on the label, and it's like, really, this is a unique culinary experience to that country. It's all garbage.
Someone got us the Tokyo Treats box.
Yeah, see,
for 3 months.
Where do you get those? Where do you get them, Garrett?
Get what?
The Tokyo Treat box.
Someone signed us up for it for 3 months. One of our listeners. Sorry, I forget who it is, but yeah. They came with the strawberry Kit Kats and ramen, sushi, not sushi ramen.
They'll throw some weird shit once in a while, like a dehydrated squid with salt and pepper flavoring or something like that. Like it's like, oh, it's to gross you out. This is what, and then you talk to people who are from Japan, like, we don't eat that shit. You know, that's the shit we put out there to see who's going to eat that shit.
One of the things was salted egg yolks, and it was kind of like an egg roll, like a thin egg roll.
Right.
So like hard on the outside, and then inside was this like egg yolky, salty thing. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find some new stuff and I'll send you some suggestions of stuff to look for.
All right.
For you guys to try it out. I know you were eating crickets and other livestock and they were eating
eggs.
weird shit.
Blue eggs?
Balut eggs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
eggs.
The is it Five Fans who does your show intro?
Yeah.
Did one where you're eating the mouse in Steve's house or something like that. It's fucking hilarious.
I know, that guy's amazing.
Good job.
He's always, he goes back to fucking his morning shit. Always amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, wrap this up. Put on the conductor's hat and blow the train whistle and let's get this thing going.
I should have had that queued up. Read the paper really
Can't
means
do
I'm
it.
doing with Larry.
I used to be able to do it. I can't
Me
do it
too.
anymore. Yeah, it's not doing it anymore.
Fuck.
Drop the card.
You dropped your Coke card.
I had to take off my wedding ring and it worked. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks to Geno and Larry for sticking by, hanging out. Thanks for Erock for stopping in. Thanks to Lubi.
I love seeing you, buddy.
No thanks to Steve. When this train crashes, we'll be out of here.
This is an old bit.
Oh no! Look out, Geno!
Is that a train?
Get out!
Especially Frankie McDonald was behind that.
Are we okay?
Later.
Late. Love you, boys.